open to new followers. We got a new follower. Got a new follower.
Hello, chat. Sorry for the wait. We're kind of doing we're doing last minute things, you know, but we're here. I'm hoping everything's good. Yeah, it's been like 2 months since we did this, but we're back. Gamers Club Championship 4, blazblue Central Fiction. We're going tonight. We have, I believe. Let me see here. I'm checking the bracket now. We have 13 contestants playing. And yes, I did fix the auto pass issue tonight. Thank you for letting me know. Tonight I have with me two commentators, Salte Boy and Ocommunist. Let me go ahead and unmute them. Say hi, you two. All right, let me turn up Salt Boy a little bit. I am aware that he may get loud during the commentary, but yeah, they will be doing our commentary tonight. Yeah, 13 people. We do have a match arena set up. If you type match arena in chat, you can contribute to the prize pool. I've already unmuted them. But by the way, do let me know if the sound levels are a little bit off. I will try to get them fixed as best as I can. But yeah, we have a match arena. Right now there's $20 in it. If you guys want to add in more, just type exclamation match arena in chat. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit low. Holy hell, Mast. Holy hell. God dang. He's gonna win it. I'm kind of low. Yeah. I'll see what I can. Let me lower the game volume, see if I can do that a little bit. That may help. All right. Definitely. That's probably the biggest one I've ever had. I think I've had like maybe like probably up to $5 before. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need to cover. But before we get started, if you guys want to do me a solid, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're on Kick or Twitch, give the channel a follow. If you're on TikTok, give the channel a follow and hit the like on the stream. Without further ado. Okay, I will fix that. Let me turn them up a little bit more. I'm going to turn down the game sound, and I'm going to fix the... increase you guys up a little bit. Let me turn up Salty Boy up more. All right. I'm hoping that works. All right, I think that should be good. We'll fix it as we go along. All right, I'm going to mute myself. I will let you two take it over from here. Good luck to everyone who enters, and make sure you have fun.
Sprite almost beat Excalibur, which was kind of crazy in TMN, I believe.
I believe Sprite Cranberry also did he top 8 at like TNS, right? I think.
I
Or
believe so,
something like
yes.
that. I mean, there's so many BlazBlue tournaments going on as we're in the middle of the summer season. When it comes to these tournaments, there's so much going on. We got Vortex Gallery later in fall. We also have this right here. Evo's coming up. I can't even keep track of things anymore. But yeah, Sprite, Cranberry, Just Tomato, both very strong. Just Tomato, I believe, made winners finals over at Boston Blue Beach episode this past weekend. So an incredibly strong player, and rocking the Kagura as well. A character that normally isn't known to be the strongest, but the way Just Tomato really rocks this character, the way other players like Serpent also rock this character, really makes this character stand out. But we're going to be already starting us off with a 2C connection here for a round start. That's counter, but unfortunately Just Tomato is going to be dropping that combo, and that's going to be pretty devastating because Just Tomato could have probably gone like 4K off that combo.
Definitely here, but both players still trying to... Oh, never mind. All right, my fault. Sprite getting a really strong confirm, getting that lower weakness. Ooh, catching Tomato with the delay tech, and unfortunately dropping the combo. Kind of a spaghetti round start, honestly.
Yeah, it really is just a bit of a mess. As Sprite Cranberry is going the wrong direction with the Valiant right there. Just Tomato, though, going to be finding that 2C connection, and both bursts coming out from both these players here. 5C attempt from Sprite to try and get Just Tomato out of the air. Great backdash to avoid the 2C, and there's the flash kick into the RC, trying to keep that pressure going, but Sprite Cranberry going to be checking Just Tomato as we try to get that pressure started. Well played to Sprite Cranberry. Sprite Cranberry, very good Azrael, and very good when it comes to these scramble situations and playing this defense game.
Oh no, crouch confirmed against Azrael. That's going to be at least 3.5K. Is he going to go for the upper weakness? Upper weakness there, Oki. He's still trying to space him out. Oh, great 5 ANT here. He has both weaknesses here. Oh, that's a very unfortunate whip on DP.
So bad. Azrael's DP is so bad, and Just Tomato, you know, rocking that flash kick, makes his Azrael's DP look like it's worthless. It's very easy to like actually avoid it, and even low profiled as well. And it's just so active that it puts you in a very bad position like this.
No.
And the completely whipped here, Sprite Cranberry, unfortunately, might just die from this combo.
Oh no!
No, unless he wins the ender right there with the super just tomato. Sprite, Cranberry, come on, y'all. Y'all need to like clean up your combos, please, for the love of God. I do not need to start off round 1 right here. We're hyping y'all up, and y'all are just playing like y'all don't even know how to play right now. But right now, Sprite Cranberry doing a really smart round start right there with that dash forward, actually phasing right through that fireball.
Not really much to say. Yeah, no, what a crazy. This is just round 1, right? Oh, tomato blocking the crossover. What is it, Growler? Very hard thing to block. It's like what is that, like 8 frames to start of like on crossover? It's absolutely crazy.
It's damn near instantaneous, just like that flash kick right there. The moment just tomato gets a hint of you trying to jump in his face, and Just Tomato is going to make sure that Sprite Cranberry dies for this with no burst left on the table. There's no way you're going to be escaping that combo. And this right here is that Kagura game plan. You find a hit and you just snowball. And even though you are near 50% health, like you are not safe from just dying in a single hit, just casually. Like Kagura does damage like it's no one's business in this game. I think average combo damage, he probably has the highest.
I dare say he does more damage than Susana, because that was 6k right there.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like a 5B starter? Or a 6B starter? Oh my god, getting the 5A confirm off of JC. Unfortunately, unable to confirm the full combo. Sprite capitalizing off of that, getting the low confirm. He's most likely gonna get overhead weakness for this one. Going for the Oki setup, looking for, oh, what a great DP bait. You have to burst there, you are gonna die.
Yeah, and you can tell that it is a little bit tough on Sprite here as well, too, because we're trying to go for these cross-up mix-ups, but Just Tomato has access to that charge flash kick right there. So being able to just negate that cross-up right there and just go for the DP regardless without having to cross-cut makes it particularly effective when it comes to playing this defensive game here against Azrael. But you got to be really on your toes of this defensive game when Sprite has you in the corner, and Just Tomato trying to tech out gets opened up as Sprite finds that air connection.
It looked like Tomato got caught from with the overhead when he was either buffering a DP. I don't think that would be a normal place you would kind of get caught off. Oh, what a great DP right there. Stopping Sprite's momentum. Unable to confirm off of his down stance. I don't exactly know Kagura names. I haven't played this character in a while. Go for the full confirm here. I don't think he can, yeah, he won't be able to confirm much. Low confirm, this could be a really damaging combo. I don't know. Oh, double weakness. Okay, never mind. My fault, King.
Yeah, both. There we go. High weak point applied and low weak point
my
applied.
God,
There's that Growler coming through. Unfortunately, we're not able to finish that combo. And there's a flash hit hitting from the other side. Just Tomato still living. But that is an unfortunate spot to get that 2C OD.
Great use of ODR right there. I'm not sure if he was lucky there, or maybe he did see like the pre-animation frames, but either way, that was a really great place to OD. Kagura can't RC right after that startup, and he's absurdly minus.
Sometimes you just get caught like that, right? Like sometimes you're just pressing 2C, trying to get that pressure started, and then you just get blown up by an OD. It just happens. But Just Tomato and Sprite Cranberry still, though, on even footing here when it comes to this game count, both sitting here at a 1-1. So one more game here for either of these players, and they will be moving on to round 2, and Sprite Cranberry is not going to be going down here without a fight as we take Just Tomato back into the corner, swapping sides.
Sprite is really getting like these, oh no, okay, that's gonna be 4K right there. I was about to say, Sprite is really good at catching Tomato crouching here, because this is like, I think the entire set, he got like 4 crouch confirms, and yeah, no, Tomato's just gonna save burst here. There's just no point in bursting right here. Easy 4K. What a strong round 1 from
when you're
Sprite.
When you're playing a character like Kagura, you're going to be crouching a lot, right? So yeah. It does make sense to an extent why Just Tomato is getting caught up by a lot of these.
Oh. Alright, so Tomato finally got his momentum back here. Another probably 4K right here into no fireball. Okay, I was really expecting that because good RC on B Fafnir, definitely minus in that area.
Right,
I think it's a little safer this time, realizing realizing he's like maybe in a bad spot. Sprite Cranberry with the DP, punishing a delay wake up tech. Oh no, no!
A dead?
Will this kill? No,
Is that enough?
right?
You have 100 meter here. We have OD.
Oh,
there's the
burst! Whiff!
It's gonna win, and that is a punish. Justin Mano doesn't spend an RC, doesn't get the kill.
No,
and there's a growler
that's
into the
so
DP.
unfortunate.
Right, Cranberry takes it over Justin Mano just barely right there. But Justin Mano, we didn't. Oh man, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the kill there. But
Yeah.
if we did, that was probably the. I mean, it still is one of the smartest plays I think I've seen when it comes to using burst at like the right moment in the combo, making sure that we did it just before the super so that the super whiffed and we could get a punish right there. You don't normally see that very often when it comes to a lot of other characters in the cast. I think most notably the character that you're going to be seeing this the most with is a character like Hazama, right? Because a lot of times his combos can be pretty burst safe, but there's like those points in the combo where you burst and then the super will just go right through, and that's kind of the same idea right there. So really good job from Just Mayo to really not nail down that timing, and but unfortunately the RC extension just wasn't quite there.
I think oddly enough, this is the second time I've seen Azur's Blackhawk spinning a whiff on burst. Like I swear I saw a Twitter clip like not too long ago, like this week, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, Blackhawk Stinger feels like it really just it destroys everything, right? It does not care about what you're doing, where you're at, what time of day it is. It's going to be hitting you in the face for 1 million damage regardless.
Alright, so let's see who we have next right here. It's to be Systematical versus Dogzia. Dogzia I know as a Kagura player, netplay player I've faced multiple times online. I'm not too sure about Systematical. I feel like I run into him a couple times, so I'm not too familiar on like what character he plays and how he plays.
Oh man, I wish I could tell you what character he's playing off the top of my head, but I think we're just gonna have to wait until he pulls up. And I'm also sure that someone in the chat is going to tell us, or Systematical himself might even just tell us who he's playing, or we're going to have a little bit of nice surprise as we get into this next set. But Systematical versus Dogzia, like you said, is going to be the next stream match up here for round 1. Winner goes into round 2 and plays against Soliloquy. But just to update y'all on the bracket while we're waiting for these players to get in the room, Mercury and Molotov just played. Molotov actually beat Mercury right there with a 2-0. Will play against Lord McCaught on stream as the next stream match. And keeping up the Tager gameplay, we have Massfam and Pha actually duking it out in round 1 as well. These round 1s are absolutely absurd. Massfam taking a 2-0 over Pha and moving on to another stream match that we're going to be seeing later on in round 2. So you'll have something to look forward to. Dark Jetstorm taking over Rider of Car 2-0, and he will be playing against Sprite later on off stream.
You think Massfam and Foking did the Tager mirrors?
What's up?
You think Massfam Foking did the Tager mirror?
You know, as much as my heart wants to believe that they did, I know deep down that Massfam turned his back to the Tager in that moment and chose 9 instead. Like, as much as I want to know that he played Tager, I am so confident he played 9 against that matchup.
I was gonna say, I think he played Kokonoi. Last time I faced him, yeah, he started picking up Kokonoi when I was playing Carl. Alright, oh, we're already going in, okay. I believe Systematical, I did take a peek on his decode. He will be playing Terumi. I don't know if Dogzia is gonna rock the Mai or his Kagura. We'll see here. It looks like it's Kagura. I'm hoping it's Kagura, because if you're playing Mai, I'm gonna judge you so hard.
Okay, awesome. We're going to be seeing the Terumi pulling up. Now, Terumi is a pretty difficult character to get up and running. You know, ironically so, because this is a character that wants to be up and running all the time. One of the fastest characters in the game, builds meter like it's no one's business, dishes out lots of damage actually as well. But the real stickler when it comes to playing this character is trying to keep that pressure going and trying to actually make meaningful mix-ups and defensive plays against your opponent. And that's something he really struggles with, mainly because of his range, the amount of pushback that barrier does to him. And Kagura is kind of in that same boat as well, it feels, where they kind of lose to system mechanics in a way where if they get barriered out just enough, there's not really much they can do to keep that pressure going without having to take major risks.
And honestly, for Termi, it doesn't help that most of Termi's pressure is extremely fake. In fact, the only good pressure he has is the 5B microdash 5B pressure that same Hazama has. But Hazama honestly has better options. Termi out here is a little bit of a struggle character. In this matchup, honestly, I feel like Termi might have a better chance. Seeing how if Systematical manages to keep his pressure up, Dogzia might struggle to find a way out. But we'll see how it goes in this first match.
We'll see as Systematical is going to be backing up immediately and now trying to find his opening right here, running in, trying to find a hit, but unfortunately not finding anything just yet as Dogzia is just really content with a holding down back until Systematical makes a big risk. But there's that throw coming in, not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, but we do have 50 meter now to use on RC, to use on Super if we choose to. 2C going to connect right there, or not 2C, 5C going to connect right there, but not going to really amount to much either. Lots of straight hits coming in from both these players.
And not a real combo either for both sides. Finally we get, what is it, a grab coming from Dogzia, hoping to get good Oki off of this. I'm not sure if he's going to get ball Oki. Nope, he's going to go for 5B Oki. Systematical popping to overdrive. For some reason, it's always with Termi and Hazama players just popping overdrive into weird places. That's a TRM right there, catching a offer select. Don't know what Termi can really get off of this. He's gonna spend the bar, alright. That is a very...
This is going to be a lot of damage.
4.7, I think if he had 100 meter, oh no. Oh no, never mind. Okay, I thought that would have been a sick confirm, but it is what it is. Alright, he is finding the wide for confirm, but for some reason gets a side switch.
Oh no!
Blue gameplay over here.
That kill right there, but unfortunately not able to finish their food in the moment. RC keeping the pressure going. There's the fireball reset 5A going to whip us Systematical crouching low, and that is going to still be the win here for Dogzia. Systematical did end up spending that OD and won't have that OD here starting off this next round.
Which is a little unfortunate. Oh, sorry, my fault.
Oh, no, you're good.
No,
I was just about to say, like...
Go on, sorry, I keep cutting you off.
You go.
So I was gonna say, which is a little unfortunate for Systematical, because Termi OD is absurdly strong, seeing how he can easily gain 100 meter off of like a basic BMB, and without that resource, it's just like he's kind of a weak character at this point, especially in this range. Dogzia has a good idea of spacing, keeping Termi out from ever like trying to come back.
Right. And right now, Systematical does have 100 meter on the table. There's a great counter hit for Systematical, though. So now we can finally cash out on the 100 meter that we built up with those command grabs earlier. And speaking of grabs, that is really where that bread and butter is coming in here for Systematical pressure. We're really unable to open up Dogzia with overheads or lows. So we're having to resort to a lot of these heavily scaled combos as we open up Dogzia with these throws. But these throws still are quite effective as Systematical is stacking up that damage. And Dogzia on their final ropes here. ODR, but unfortunately did not catch anything.
Oh, I'll be honest, bro. The amount of combo drops in this entire set is absurd. there was like Kagura with his weird side switch, and we have Systematical unable to find like the proper combo enders here. But finally, okay, he finds a really interesting 6B hit there. Trades with the 5D. Oh my god, yeah. It's just a bit absurd here. Yeah, it's like, what is going on here? Alright, finally gets a DP. JA back for some reason. We are going to interesting net play levels of play here. Alright. Gets the checks with the 6B. Still no combo confirm. Again, another drop. What is going on here? Guys, please, we need a full combo.
Yeah, this is really rough for sure. Systematical though, popping that OD, finding that EA as well. We'll see if we can get something started, but Dogzia with 100 meters is going to make things hard.
Oh my god. Okay, alright, finally get the good combo, or good confirm, and close. Dogzia closes round, or not sorry, round 1, game 1 with a really spaghetti like set. Jesus, guys.
Yeah, that was a very messy round. It, oh man, you can tell like Systematical is really struggling trying to open up Dogzia here. As you see, like whenever like Systematical actually gets pressure started, what's happening is we're pressing button, special move, and then we're pushed back like a million light years away. And Could just hit him with.
Wait, did he just whip punish for a 5-tier 2B with like his 2C? What was that? Like what? What is okay, sure. But Systematic over here finding the command grab. Dogzia retaliating with oh okay, a low lag spike there. I was about to say, oh my god, you know what? I completely forgot what he did now. My brain is actually melting here. Jesus. Alright, nice ODR coming from Termi here, or Systematic here, going for the EA, not deciding to spend the bar here. Good decision, honestly. Dogzia finding the cross up. Going for the full combo here, hopefully going for that good Oki, yep.
Oh yeah.
Going for the extender right here, yep.
Not gonna be the most damage, but we just need that one final hit here.
I guess he overextended his combo here. Did you see that, like, loopy right there? There was like 3 instances where Systematic could have tagged.
I was a bit confused by that as well, but
Yeah.
you know what? If it's a combo, it's a combo. If it's damage, it's damage. I'm sure Dogzia is happy taking it regardless. Systematical dealing a lot of damage here. Both these players, once again, very close.
Ooh, finding the good counter from the absurdly big JC. And Dogzia taking set point here. Or it's a set point, my fault.
That
Ooh,
is
6B counter hit, very good here, alright. Oh, unfortunately, dropping the combo once again. However, he's gonna find another hit.
Yeah, Dogzia is doing a really good job at just keeping Systematical locked in the corner with these giant buttons, JC, 2C, right? The skyscraper highs, I like to call them, the flash kick. And Systematical unable to really use that movement and even use that meter as well to try and get out of that corner, as we have yet to get that 50 meter. And one of the best tools that Termi has to get out of these situations is actually that air dive kick super. Ooh, big hit though, able to side swap. We'll see if we can make anything out of it though. Wyvern.
Oh, tries to go for a grab, and then the Dogzia jumped out to get a cross up. Very strong showing from Dogzia. Honestly, it's actually kind of interesting how much Kagura 2C catches a lot of opponents. It's not even a low, but like it's because of just how big the button is. It catches like jump startups, and then like you'll just, because it's a 2C start, you'll just be eating like 5k probably off of that. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think I think the big thing is that the longer that set went on, the more you felt like Dogzia was really catching on to how Systematic was playing and like the habits he was making, especially with the throw timing. It feels like, right? Because
yeah.
I think it was like pretty well telegraphed whenever he would try to go for one of those throws, because you can tell that like, hey, he can't open up with these lows, he can't open up with these overheads, because Termi's always at this range where it's like very predictable what he's going to be going for. And as Kagura, you can always just instantly go for those one button reactions with the flash kick, where you see him jump and then boom, flash kick, or you know, you're at such far distances because, you know, options like 2D is like pushing Termi so far away from you, where you can just hit him with the stick and there's nothing he can do. It's like the tall person putting his hand on like the short person's head as like he's trying to punch him, right? That's how it feels.
Yeah, which is a little unfortunate. I think what Termi has just to open anyone up is probably his command grab, even though it is absurdly slow. Putting that aside, now we have Mass versus Testu. I was actually expecting Mako versus Molotov, but I think that's me misreading. Never mind. Okay, my fault. What is?
Yeah.
So what was that?
Yeah, I think well, you know, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because Makaden, Molotov, or Mass Jam Tetsu though, it's either going to, you know, it's going to be one of the next two coming up here. Looks like we have a short mistake there. It might be Lord Makad. Okay, yeah, they're getting kicked out. I was like, hey, you're not supposed to be in the room. Yeah.
Alright, so we have, I believe, Molotov is a Tiger player I did face on ranked ones, and then Mako is gonna be that one, what's her face, Kokonoe player, which is honestly against Tiger. This is like probably one of Tiger's like worst matchups. Yeah, it's absurd. So I'm actually kind of excited to see how Molotov's gonna play around Kokonoe's insane mobility, buttons, and like Oki. And I actually want to see how Mako plays around Taker's ungodly performance of robbing rounds from like a couple command grabs.
That's true. honestly, like, I'm gonna be completely real with y'all, chat. With how good Lord Makad is, I mean, this guy is insanely good. With how good he is with the Kokonoi and how bad this matchup is with Tager, there's no situation where Makad should just. There's no situation where Molotov would be allowed to play the game. I'm going to be completely real with y'all.
I mean, unless, you know, maybe he finds that one slimmer of fraction of a gap that would probably, hopefully, give him magnetization, get like his momentum going. But on Taker, this matchup is a bit of a. I'm sorry, I'm a non-believer on this one.
There's no reason why, Molotov should be able to play the game. I'm just going to say it right there. He should be like in jail, you know, not able to do anything, right? Handcuffed. Because this is such a, like, the amount of screen control that Kokonoi has, the amount of suffocating pressure she has, the amount of ways you can just check Tager at any distance is going to be, is going to be very tough. But of course, like you said, Tager players always find some way to find that one situation where the other player is not quite there and they're able to completely swing the game back in their favor. Now, if you're to ask me my opinion on that, it's not a healthy lifestyle, but hey, you do you. You're playing Tager in the first place. And we're getting right into it as we start off this first round here. Tager, of course, Kokonoi on the other side. Let's see what this round start is going to be. I think the round start is going to be very important here when it comes to defining this matchup.
Okay, alright, so I honestly expected Mako to just run up 2B because a lot of Tager players like to do what is Sledgehammer or Charge at round start, and because it only has upper to upper and overhead info, it does lose pretty hard to lows. And oh, what a dirty cross up! Even I couldn't block that. That's crazy. The fact that Kokonoi can just steal the corner like that is absolutely ridiculous.
Right. And yeah, we are just using all of our gadgets at our disposal. I mean, look at that button, like that JC hitting on the other side. He had no reason to be hitting on the other side, and there's a teleport as well. Molotov. What did I say?
Absolutely one-sided. He got out the corner once, and that's just because Molotov screwed up one of his setups.
I think right there.
Yeah, Kokonoi's JA is also ungodly because, like, it's such a good air-to-air button. Like, it's like deceptively like massive.
But yeah, going back to some player decisions as well, I think one of the things I want to be seeing from Molotov is just because of how strong Kokonoi's pressure can be, I think you want to save the burst or the overdrive for when you are stuck in mix, right? You don't really want to use it during the combos. You want to be saving it for the mix, because especially if you don't have mirror, I mean, in that round, Molotov had plenty of meter and plenty of life to work with, as we had a very powerful round there. Especially when you don't have meter, there's not really a lot of options you can have against this Super Ball Oki or this Blue Ball Oki, right? So we'll see how Molotov ends up approaching the rest of the set here, as this is the final round. Lord Makad going to be opening up going to be opening Molotov there with that overhead. There's the trap, extending this combo.
Oh,
trap once again, teleport.
Either that was like an intentional reset or an accidental drop. I can never tell. I was about to say, Lord Makad, I'm just gonna call him Mako here. His timing on his teleports is insane. He purposely delayed his teleport just so that it would be like kind of hard for Molotov to actually like block properly, and because that Molotov actually got counter hit and most likely trying to input something, or maybe like trying to input barrier and you got to bun it out instead because it's side swap. And well, there it is, a very strong showing from Makad here again, just showing how powerful Kokonoi can be, especially in this matchup.
Man, what the hell is Super Ball, man?
Freaking ridiculous. That's what it is. It doesn't go away, bro.
What was going on in your head when you made Super Ball? Why does it not go away? Why can't you hit Kokonoi and you still get hit by Super Ball and she still gets a combo afterwards, man?
Oh my god. Alright, either way. Alright. Oh. Is that plus? Is that really plus? No shot, right? Like, come on. Alright, Makad bursting early. Doesn't really want to be in the Taker area, because the moment Taylor gets that magnetization, that's when the real guessing game against Taylor starts. Because Taylor can either go, oh, okay, all right, that's push us mate. You didn't take that, that's just push up right there.
Okay, but now magnetism has been applied. Oftentimes with Tager, you don't really care too much whether or not Spark Bolt hits or it gets blocked. Of course, we would always like it to hit, but even if it gets blocked, you're still going to be getting that magnetism, and then you're finally able to play this game as we're able to get Lord Makot back into the space you won't be playing at. But at the same time, these Gravitons are able to move Molotov, able to move Makot in such unpredictable ways that can still be rather tough trying to get Makot into that pressure.
Oh no! What a good 360 B from Molotov there. I don't think this will kill even in overdrive.
Oh, no, I think it
Maybe I might be wrong. No, alright.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't know
definitely
Taker damage. Oh yeah, that was actually crazy right there. You can actually see how Makot just doesn't want to be in Taker's area or just let him play, because like the moment Taker gets a hit, instant burst. He does not want any of it. Oh, and what a good backdash from Molotov getting the command grab in there. Now it's time for a guessing game. Yep, immediate burst. You do not want Taker to be in at all.
Ooh, fatal counter JC. Unfortunately, Makot not able to fully capitalize off of that, but still, no, we're able to get another sequence, another mix-up sequence as well, just to reset that combo and stack on even more damage, put Molotov into an even worse position here. Right through, counter assault through that Spark Bolt. That is a terrible position to be in if you're Molotov. You spent one of your most important resources. Now you have to spend that OD trying to make something happen here. I think we might be able to make that thing happen. There's the Gadget Finger getting the maximum the super catching the teleport using the 50 meter to get that combo extension. And I think that is going to be it, Molotov.
That is crazy. I can't tell if he hard predicted a Mako teleporting, but oh my god, the fact he did overdrive into Magnetech Wheel. What is this guy on?
It's not healthy. These player players, this is not a healthy lifestyle to be living on.
But you know what? If it works, it works, right? You do you. Can you just won against, honestly, arguably, like, one of Taker's, like, pretty bad matchups. Oh my god.
Oh dear. All right. Anyways, this is going much more in Makot's favor here, as we're going to be getting a pretty nice round start. Blue B combo, Blue take those. There's the ball Oki coming through with the Graviton, Molotov getting opened up, and Makot working on a perfect, but as I say that, checked by that 5A backdash, avoiding the teleport, and now running right in here. Magnetism has been applied, tries to go for the high Spark Bolt, anticipating Makot trying to step that Graviton from the upper angle of the screen. Burst coming out from Makot to get the corner, but there's a wedge catapult on Makot's approach!
I actually like how Molotov's playing this. My fault, I didn't mean to assume, but Molotov realized that Makot likes to go for that 3C, trying to check for his armor moves, but Makot is like, okay, you know what, I realize you're doing that, so I'm simply just gonna do, oh, okay, I was about to say, I'm simply just gonna do a invuln command grab and just suck you in, like, absolutely strong play, yeah, strong showing from Molotov here as we go into, last match here, potentially, set point, like...
Molotov, you deserve this, man. You deserve this win, man. We were talking so much about how you should be playing the game here against Goganoe, and now you're just absolutely cleaning house with Makot. No, you deserve this game.
My fault, man, dude. I didn't know you were able to cook like this, but unfortunately, Molotov here gets caught with the overhead JC. Oh, very interesting grab. I'm assuming he was just slightly too far from that. Oh my god, just like look how good like Taker can kind of lock in Kokonoe here, because like Kokonoe tried to jump out, I believe, but okay, all right. As I said, yeah, Kokonoe was about to jump out, but Molotov caught Kokonoe with like his JD, and oh no.
And this is how things start, y'all. This is how the ball gets rolling, and that ball is just going to continue to grow as it rolls down this hill. Damage racking up here. There's the reset with the Gadget Finger, backing up, playing it safe, and we might have played that one a little too safe as Lord Makot takes advantage of that newly found space.
I could not blame the man for playing safe. Makot did have 50 meters, so if Makot just realized he's gonna play or like try to go for something a little greedy, he would just fire up that fire-up ball, and you're gonna have to respect that reversal, as ridiculous as it is. Alright, both players tried to feel themselves out, you know, playing neutral. Alright, okay, good strong start. Yeah, Mako had to burst there. You do not want to, again, you don't want Taker ever in your face. ODR here,
OD.
command grab, yeah. Alright,
Command
this is where
grab.
all the robbery starts. This is where how Tager starts.
Right, what's
Oh,
it going to be?
no.
Teleport. Unfortunately, I think Molotov was actually trying to check an option like that with that 5A, but unfortunately, Lord McCott phasing right on through, getting the bomb set as well. That's going to be some extra damage tacked onto this combo right here. We have 4 Gravitons left, so I anticipate we're going to be using another one here. No, instead we're going to go for the Electric Trap, finding an opening here on Molotov one more time. We have 100 meter on the table. This combo won't be enough, I don't think. Still need one more interaction, and the Super Ball OP is going to guarantee it.
Oh, wait!
What?
Hold on! There's a
No,
chance.
Spark Bolt, 100 meter. Okay, full send on that Spark Bolt right there.
No,
Not going to take
no,
any
this is not
chances.
gonna-
Super, 50 meter. Don't drop the combo.
No,
Lord
my
God takes it
God.
over Lord McCott, folks. This is how we get Lord McCott out of winner's side. What did I just watch here? What a round 2.
Yo, Molotov, my fault for being a non-believer. I'm 100% a Tager believer now. That is absurd. Never in my life have I thought a Tager player can win pretty, like... What's the word? Like... Pretty well against Kokonoi. Like, even though he was low HP, Molotov played around McCott's offense, McCott's buns really well here.
I think really what it also just came down to was I don't think McCott really did the best job he could have at like controlling that screen space. But even then, like, still we played pretty well, I would say. But I think Molotov too was taking some pretty big risks, and I think those risks really paid off. I think a lot of like the situations he created too was kind of just off of, hey, you know, I'm at full screen, you're not doing anything, you're just setting up this Graviton and not really pressuring me in any real way. I'm going to take this time to charge up my Spark Bolt, so I'll have it available for the next interaction. And like I said before, you don't even need it to hit. Sometimes you just need it to get blocked, and then you get that magnetism, and then you can finally get that game started. So really good stuff to Molotov for taking over Lord McCott, especially so when it came to such a bad matchup like that. Like, we completely mean it when we say Kokonoi versus Tager is terrible for Tager.
Risk is right. Like, my man literally did overdrive and then raw Magnetech wheel. Like, bro, who besides Tager players will think of stuff like that? Come on. Anyways, putting that aside, we have Mass versus Tetsu here. Another strong and relatively well-known Tager player. And Tetsu, I have not seen much in tournaments, so this is
Relatively well-known. Honestly, at this point, he's very well-known.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mass Fam hasn't been around for the longest time, I'll say, like, at least when it comes to like online tournaments or even majors. But ever since I think like the first Frosty Faustings he went to, he's been top 8ing majors since then. If not top 8, he's making like top 16. And I think like especially the showings he made at CEO, the showings he's made at other events like Combo Breaker last year, really just cemented him as one of the best Tager players, especially with how wacky he can get as well when it comes to these timer scams. Now, will we see them, especially this early in the bracket? We probably will. But before we get to that point, we're going to be seeing a super here first. Tetsu not dead just yet, but another command grab is going to be sealing their fate.
You cannot have any gaps against Mass Fam. He will be churning butter and he will be looking for the gaps.
Right.
The moment you make any form of gaps, like Tetsu did with that fireball, you are gonna eat 4.6 to 5k. This guy is absurd with his light checks.
Right, and I think the biggest difference between a player like Mass Fam and a player like Molotov when it comes to piloting Tager is really just how aggressive Mass Fam is and how good he is at playing defense and calling out your overextensions. And when he calls out your overextensions, you will feel it. But right now, Mass is the one feeling it here in this corner as we're just taking a beating, taking combo after combo, and we're in a red critical health, but finally able to find a way out. We're going to smack Tetsu twice here, tries to go for a cheeky air command grab, but unfortunately not going to work out, as Tetsu, though, should be able to close this one out.
Absolutely decided to save the burst. That is a Makoto round if I ever seen one, especially against Tager. The biggest weakness of Tager right here, like you just saw, is Tager's defense options are not that great. You know, he does have Magnetech Wheel, but other than that, and other than like his command grabs catching your gaps, he does not have much options. So, and Tetsu's abusing that weakness right here.
he doesn't have a lot, but at the same time, you know, he also has that heavy backdash. He also has all the system mechanics as well. And BlazBlue is one of those games where you have plenty of defensive mechanics across the board to try and get out of these situations, whether it's OD, whether it's burst, or whether it's something like counter assault as well, just to get them off of you for a brief moment in time. But unfortunately, Masam is not able to get Tetsudo off of them, as Tetsudo is trying to close this out in one more combo. This one won't be enough, but we need to force one more situation. Masam going to be spending that burst. There's the Spark Bolt coming through. Tetsudo doing the smart thing, playing it safe from full screen, knowing that Spark Bolt is going to come. 100-meter coming through, tries to go for the command grab instead of the Magnetech wheel, and unfortunately, Tetsudo was in the air at the right moment.
Man, what can I say? Yeah, Tetsu honestly is actually after that round 1 where Tetsu got command grab. I think Tetsu's starting to look for those 720 turnings. Like, bro is now realizing, oh hey, I can't exactly make the like fake gaps in Oki that Makoto usually has, so I'm gonna play it more safe. And also Tetsu is honestly locking down Master really well. Like, Makoto has... Okay, alright, my fault. Never mind. I was about to say, Makoto has, like, really strong offense, and it's pretty hard to punish Makoto, especially with her shooting star as a reversal, and it's really strong against Tigger, because Tigger can't really do much of it, but here we have Master just showing, hey, that was a great game 1, let me just perfect you round 1. Like, okay. What a strong showing from Master.
You know, oh man. You know, I'm trying to come up with a funny analogy, but I think that match just speaks for itself.
Yeah. Alright, so Tetsu finally got his moment to go, but Master wants to shut it down immediately. He does have Sparkle online. Oh no, try to press a button there, I believe. Going for the safe jump. Yeah, sorry, I do not know much about Makoto, so a lot of things I'm even like learning as I go.
Yeah, so the way... Oh my god, there's the command grab, and now things have started. Gadget Finger reset coming through, keeping Tetsudo locked in, and there's the over connection, and that's a beautiful starter for Massam. Unfortunately, we're going to be dropping that combo, so we won't be able to get another bit of damage and get that hard knockdown. So now Tetsudo is in the driver's seat, unfortunately, going to be whiffing the ender of that combo right there. Gets that Spark Bolt, charging it all the way up as Tetsudo gives him all the time in the world. And what it is here, coming through, arms up. And Tetsudo all the way down as Matham is able to clean up a game of his own to even things up here in round 2. But yeah, just to go back to what I was talking about before when it comes to Makoto, the way she operates is she's like this close-up brawler type. She's going to try to do a lot of feints when it comes to the squirrel setups. You're not seeing it as much because, like you said, Massam can easily take advantage of it with the right calls like 5D or command grabs, or and really any of those options if he really calls them out correctly. Which he's very good at.
Speaking of call out,
instant
blocking the startup of Makoto's projectile, immediately capitalizing off of a command grab, and just a raw 360B, you know, catching Tetsu sleeping over here, going for the full confirm. Oh, not a full confirm. He went for try to go for a a wake up reset.
That looks like it. All right, now we're gonna hold back to block, and oh boy, Tetsu though eating a big hit to the face, instantly going into the super just to keep things simple.
Honestly, I think Massman kind of got the download. I don't know, like the first match was kind of a test, and like Massman tried to feel out this Makoto, and now he's just like, all right, I got it. So let me just start winning the matches easily. But putting that aside, it's like Tetsu finally got another momentum start. Oh no, the Massman just catching Tetsu with these 360Bs. Tetsu is. It is relatively hard to react to 360B, but like, gotta wake up, man. Can't be catching. Oh no, okay. Yeah, you had to burst it. You were dead.
It's really good too, just catching people autopiloting the pressure as well, because there is that invincibility tied to it. So like you're just constantly pressing buttons. Like okay, well, no, that's not gonna end up now.
No.
Okay, EP right through the super, really good stuff. Counter assault attempt, but gonna whiff as well. Tessie though can't clean up right here. There's gonna be a little bit too much scaling. I don't. Wait, hold on. Never mind. No. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. I honestly think.
Wait, no, it's not.
Oh, okay, alright.
Okay.
Going a little greedy with that. I was about to say, I honestly think if Massman did 368 there, that probably would have caught Makoto from that ODR, but because he went for the super, Tetsu had enough time to mash DP and like save himself from that situation. But Tager, or not Tager, not, oh my god, okay, he's now Tager now. Massivem here getting the 2C, which is crazy. That thing is slow as hell, and it's also minus 21. I hope you guys
Dude,
know
I
that.
love 2C. the armor just blows through everything. Spark
Oh, yeah,
Bolt, that's
that's
it. That's
Yeah.
perhaps unless we can get burst back,
no,
but Epic Finger is gonna
stop,
lock
no,
him out and
no.
massive. How do you know
can't do this,
force
Massive,
the
please.
gadget here for the timer scan? We're gonna be taking a trip here,
Alright.
and there is the super to end things off. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, you. We called the timeout. You can't really timer scam at that much time left. And yeah, Massman just wanted to
could if
take
you
it
had
for a little
more
spin.
overdrive. Like if you had more,
Yeah,
But so that I believe it does secures winner's side for or sorry, top 4 for winners. So I believe we're gonna go for losers here for the streams.
Yes, I believe
Alright.
so. So yeah, like you said, top 8 winner side has been fully set. Molotov versus Sprite is going to be the first match of top 8, which I still can't believe is real. And then on the other side, we're saying Mass Fam versus Soliloquy. So
Soliloquy has been just like chilling there because we haven't seen them play, but it looks like Soliloquy has taken 2-0 against Dogzia, which honestly, New versus Kagura. Kagura is kind of struggling, especially against a New who knows how to play against Wyvern really well.
Right.
So I
to the loser side.
yes.
It looks like Just Tomato did beat Ryder down there in round 1. Just Tomato will be playing against Tetsuda off stream. But I'm excited to see what the result of that will be. But before we get to that, we're gonna be watching
No, stop. No, it
versus
can't be a
Mercury with the Kagura. Okay, wait. Hold on.
There's no way. I don't think. I swear Mercury played Kokonoi. Am I like tripping? Is he actually a Kagura player?
I'm like putting like all the wires together in my brain right now when it comes to this bracket. There's 13 players, and you're telling me we got 3 Tagers. You're telling me we got 3 Kaguras. They make up 6 players in the bracket.
That's literally half the bracket, guys. Like, what is this?
Like, hold on now.
Well, let's
Are
see
we-
how this mirror goes. I don't think I've ever seen a Kagura mirror in my
Dude.
entire time here.
Dude, I think we're gonna be seeing 3 Tagers in top 8. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if
no.
I don't know if I have to have it in me, man.
Oh my god. Well, we don't know just yet because Dark Jeststorm could take Pokemon now, but putting that
true.
aside, let's see how this Curse of a Mirror is going. Alright, Dogzia with the solid JC, going for the starting his momentum off here. I'm not sure how Kagura will set Oki against himself, so I'm very interested to see. Quick ODR pop, but Dogzia again really strong on his strong on locking people down, getting for the full confirmed easy 4K here. And yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even encroaching on that 5K mark as well. If we spent an extra bit of meat, I believe. Dogzia. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that should be it.
Great
Unless he
spacing
drops.
coming in from Dogzia.
Nah. Very strong
You know,
showing.
I would say like I trust him to not drop the combo, but I feel like these previous sets we've been watching have been a little too messy for my liking.
Yeah, that round 1 on Windows was a little bit, you know, I get it was like the first tournament, like the first few matches, like I get they're not warmed up, but come on, that was like, really like, that was like net play levels of spaghetti right there.
Dogzia looking like we want this top 8 spot more than a Mercury, and we're going to be making sure that Mercury
that's
goes here as we get a near perfect with this final round. Wait, hold on, things might change, but unfortunately they do not. Falling JC catches Mercury.
Dogzia needs to stop trying to style. I saw that stance cancel. Like, just go for the kill, man. Like, we get it, dude. Alright, okay, so there's no way Mercury's a Kagura player. Like, I swear Mercury's a, like, Kokonoi or, like, some other player. Either he's doing, like, maybe there's something behind brackets that they planned out Kagura mirror, but either way, we're going for game 2 here. possibly set game here, and we'll see how Mercury can adapt to Dogzia's spacing.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we're going to be going for that 2C poke right there. Wyvern all the way in. Backing up, 5C connection. Wyvern once again. This time, there's going to be that flash kick from Dogzia taking advantage of that gap. Okay, Mercury trying to bait it out.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Oh my god, the amount of Wyverns I've been seeing. Mercury just wants to get hit by any means.
Oh my god.
We are jamming that Wyvern. And Dogzia is not really doing anything to check it either.
Oh man. Alright, yeah, that's round 1. Wow, what? Okay, yep, that's COD rumors on a nutshell. Like a bunch of JCs, for some reason a bunch of Wyverns as well. I guess we're trying to like catch them, like frame start of like projectiles, but oh, okay,
he only knows three
here.
things, man. He only knows 3 things. He knows Wyvern, JC, and flash kick.
Oh my god. Oh, well, okay, that's a really good. All right, never mind. We're just all right. Yeah, the Dogzia just had enough. He's like, okay, we're just gonna end it here. All right, easy, perfect. That match lasted 20 seconds. Come on. Oh my god. All right.
Hey,
so possibly a set point here.
Could potentially be game 2 for Mercury as well. All right, Wyvern in. What's next? Wyvern again. Wyvern again. All right, Wyvern again. Then Wyvern again.
Oh my god, Kagura, you. Surely there's more than just Wyvern, JC, and then like...
That's all there is.
Alright? Oh no.
Maybe we can weave in 2C too. You know, maybe, sometimes, right? Wyvern again. Dogzia getting caught, trying to retreat. But this time, this time Dogzia trying to Wyvern in is like, hey, you know what? I want to copy your homework. Mercury comes through like, no, JC.
Alright, final game here. Low-key, honestly, I kind of expected Dogzia to 2-0 Mercury here, but this is looking closer than I thought it would. So
Mercury, I know it sounds like we're making fun of you, but listen, in fighting games, if it works, keep doing it. And in this situation, it is working. As Mercury, you have gotten us to game number 2, and now we're fighting here for game number 3. We're fighting for the sets, and Dogzia now stuck in the corner. Wyvern all the way right on through here, and going to gain some nice damage along with it as well. Command grab attempt, though, is pretty unfortunate, as Dogzia will be getting a significant punish here against Mercury. And the big thing about Dogzia 2 is that Dogzia takes advantage of his confirms a lot better than Mercury when it comes to finding these high damage combos, and we're seeing these high damage combos right here as we have plenty of Mir to go for this kill.
Or you know what, we're just going and we're just gonna go for a weird safe jump setup. Like, okay, so I actually wanted to just say here, Mercury in Blockchain had done nothing but Wyvern. Was it his downward stance B and then into the armor move? Like that was his entire pressure string for like these 3 games. Oh my god.
We have burst, and we're immediately going to be spending it on that next mix-up. JC, though, going to put Mercury into an unfortunate position. Dogzia building up that 50 mirror. Not going to spend it on this combo, but we'll be saving onto it for this next mix-up here, as we will have access to that RC and OD immediately on that overhead connection. That is a death, like you said. Dogzia cleaning up that game number 3 pretty confidently.
You know, I'm kind of like, every time I see Dogzia trying to extend, go for a weird fancy combo, I'm kind of nervous because I feel like he's just gonna drop again. But thankfully he didn't drop, so then Dogzia would be moving up to face the winner against Tetsu versus Tomato. So we don't know that just yet.
Yeah, it looks like they are still playing. Tetsu, though, looking really clean though, and honestly, like, if you were to ask me any other day, I will say, oh, just Tomato wins against Tetsu, though. But in this situation, with how Tetsu, though, was looking, I am a bit unsure. We'll see what that results are going to be, like you said. But before we get there, while we're waiting, we're going to be watching our next Lucid match to determine who's going to be the last few players making it into Lucid top 8. Lauren McCott already qualified, but we're finding out who's going to be winning between Dark, Jetstorm, and Fa King.
Oh, my fault. I thought Dogzia would be one more game away from top 8, but my fault. Yeah, that's my bad. So yeah, Dogzia secured his place in top 8. So with Marco. So while we wait for someone, or our what's his name, Dark to join into the room. Looking at winner's size top 8, Massman versus Solid. I'm just gonna call him Solid. I'm not gonna say that entire name. Massman versus Solid. New versus Taker. That's man. Zoner versus a grappler. I don't know.
He's
but
gonna
like,
work.
yeah, like we've seen Molotov win against Kokonoe here, so we'll see how later in the bracket
And
how
honestly,
Master
like,
plays.
Honestly, too, like, I don't really know if I would call New... Like, it's definitely not a great matchup. It's definitely probably one of his worst matchups. But compared to his other worst matchups, like Kokonoe, for example, or maybe even Hazama, I think, as well, I honestly think that New isn't as bad. And
I can see
that's
it, yeah.
partly because I think, like, New, while she has a very strong zoning game plan, she also has very glaring weaknesses when it comes to playing up close. And especially too, like, if you're locking into a drive normal, right? You know, if Taker avoids it, that's a huge amount of time that New has to take to recover from it. But that's really any other character. But I think the big thing too is the existence of Spark Bolt, just blowing through that zoning that New tries to represent. But
Awesome.
yeah, so we're going to be seeing that in a moment. But right now we're going to be watching this losers match first here. Fug going to be locking in with the Tager, and Dark Jetstorm here on the Susanna, already going to be unlocking level 2 tackle, and that's going to be pretty darn great when it comes to finding these confirms. But unfortunately, the one finding this confirm will be Fu, as we get that gadget finger, tries to scoop up Dark Jetstorm, but going to be throwing him into the corner instead.
These Tager resets go crazy. Oh my god. Oh, okay. The man tried to timer scam. I saw that fail on J, what was it? Jump command grab. But Dark One, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna call him Dark One for now because now I've realized who this was. Dark One down here, starting his momentum. However, Foking immediately bursting to shut that momentum down, punishing the sword. Immediate burst coming out. I like how he's trying to. Oh, yeah, no, okay. You cannot 6B against Tager. Oh, you can't immediate tech on Tager. He's always gonna go for the reset. Oh,
already grabbing Dark Jetstorm with these knowledge checks.
Oh my God.
Also, like, I'm trying to Dark Jetstorm. I'm also trying to figure out a little bit the decision making here with these special moves as well. We got level 3 tackle. Once again, great for confirms. We have DP, fantastic when it comes to playing this defensive game, right? Just projectile based, insanely invulnerable, huge. It's going to be great for playing that defense. And we got the spin as well, but we're not unlocking Ground Viper, and we're also choosing to unlock Blade of Judgment, but we're not really we're unlocking Sword, but we're not really using Sword that effectively either. We got God Press, RC. Let's see what we can do right here. Not even
that entire sequencing that I just saw, that made me lose a little bit of brain cells. The guy, like, this is like nothing against the guy, but like, Hedgehog into DP, like, what? Like, I get the projectile part of Hedgehog is plus, but the DP is a little unorthodox. But Dark One could find you the 5B here. Godlike went from Susanoo, forcing out the burst from Foking, and Dark One's taking the round.
Unorthodox takes the round here. Dark Jetstorm going to be going to be evening things up here in round 1. And one thing I like about Dark Jetstorm's play, and I highlighted it with Taker play earlier, is like, oh yeah, you know, you're at full distance, they're not pressuring you, charge a Spark Bolt. In this case, Susanna's win con is not Spark Bolt, but instead unlocking these special moves, and we've been unlocking a lot of these special moves for essentially free, because Fu is not really able to do much when Dark Jetstorm is at the edges of the screen like that.
I'm going back to what you said. A very interesting CO twist is coming from Dark One here. I 100% expected him to go for Hedgehog level 2, not to adjust his play or adjust his combo for Sword, but Dark One finding the Hedgehog. Okay, alright, yeah. Okay.
What? Okay.
Alright, sure. You know what? It definitely suits to know things. This is just a normal day, guys. Don't worry about it.
It'd be the funniest thing in the world if it worked, but it didn't.
He's gassed.
So it's not funny.
Yeah, alright, this is what you get for playing with your food. You should have killed instead of, you know, doing whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah. I think the best way to describe Dark Jetstorm's Steel usage is he unlocks the right special moves, but he doesn't use them.
Right? Yeah. Because
Like-
if we were comparing this to Adroth or Ice Cool or Quetzalcoatl, right? They would purposely go for that seal they need in order to like kind of abuse the weakness of certain characters or like try to win neutral. But Dark one here is like not like I would like to see him use them
well
more.
too, right?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times you'll see like, okay, Susano, immediately find a hit. All right, we're getting Ground Viper. Use Ground Viper. Okay, we're going to lock spin, and then we're like, okay, Ground Viper spin. Now we're getting our high damage combos. But Dark One, even when we have both those unlocked, we're not going for our high damage combos. Instead, we're going for options like God Press, which are funny, but it's not really winning you the game.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, right there, Fa is going to be catching Dark One right there with the OD, and that's going to be so much damage right there on the stack. Fa going to be holding down back. Gets opened up by that JC though, and Dark One going to be able to do quite a bit of damage with this confirm.
You gotta pitch all
Once again, like,
okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't. So this is just me, right? But especially against a Tager, right? I would not go for a very close media because Tager can just wake up 360A, and that just like kind of hard catches a lot of options that that you may have, but Foking being a little greedy with the overdrive,
right?
And then tries to go for the EA and gets heavily punished for it. So this is, sorry, I don't know if Foking won last game. Did he win? He won last game. Yeah, no, I was right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Oh,
hey, all right, chasing up into the air. There's the throw coming through. All right, get off the ground. What's it going to be? Oh, no jump from Dark One. Going to be a jump right there, but this time Fun not going to be calling it out. Fully charging that one up right there. RC keeping this combo going, tries to scoop up Dark Jetstorm, but a lot of these attempts are just failing. Sparkbolt going to completely whiff, and now as we try to charge up that Sparkbolt, we're going to be smacked by a 6B fatal counter. This is going to hurt.
I think Dark One is not too familiar with Susanoo because I'm pretty sure he could have gotten a little more damage by doing charge crush trigger instead of just regular crush trigger. If my memory serves me correctly, I believe Dark One's actually locked the main over Susanoo main, but Foking again, like trying to go for these really cheeky resets that actually cost him the game the round last time, but this time, you know, going for the 2B whiff from 368, the El Clasico of Tager, and taking the round and potentially set point here.
And here's a tough thing too. A Dark One is trying to use spin in a way, instead of like ending our combos and maximizing the amount of damage off of our confirms with it, or even using it as a mix-up tool, instead we're using it as a neutral tool. And I'm not sure if I agree with that, especially once you get magnetized by Tager, because if that spin whiffs, we've seen what happened in that previous round where Dark One whiffs with that spin, and then Fudge just pulls him right in for the command grab.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I can see the vision Dark One's trying to go for here, because Hedgehog level 2, that projectile is indeed plus, and it does kind of win against Tager's wake-up options. However, like, just randomly using it neutral is something I don't agree with, especially, like, it just leaves you so open. What if, like, Foking blocks it? You're gonna eat a 5k off of, like, a 360, or, that's unfortunate. I believe that's death, actually.
Oh no, we're getting very cheeky here. Full had it in the bag, but we're trying to really hammer it home here. There's the burst coming through. This could potentially be a game too if Dark One can find this final opening against Club, but that is not going to work out because unfortunately we did not have that 15-year. Keep things safe and get out of that throw range.
Good showing from both players. Foking playing against around that weird Hedgehog play pretty well. But he Throw is getting was a little greedy with those resets there. But yeah, I believe that secures our top 8.
That it will. And I'm going to read that top 8 to you right now as we're going to be watching the rest of top 8 for the rest of the night. So y'all stay tuned as we're going to be having a pretty stacked bracket for the rest of the night here. Molotov versus Sprite, like we talked about before. We got Mass Fam versus Soliloquy. We got Dogzia versus Tomato. And then finally, Pho versus Lord Makot. 3 Tager.
Another Tager versus Coconut.
Okay, like at the very least, at the very least, the Kagras had to team kill themselves in order to move forward, right? With the Tagers, they're all at different stages of the bracket.
Oh my god, dude.
I mean, we could see a Tager winners finals. We could see a Tager grands. We could see a Tager losers quarters. Like, you're not escaping the Tager. And if you enjoy watching Tager, y'all got in the back. Let's have a great night, y'all. Let's have a great night, and let's also support the Matcherino if you can. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. We already have $90 in the pot because Massman wanted to make things a little interesting and add $70 to the pot. And of course, Maximo, the stream lead here, also donating that $20 as well to just make things a little more interesting. We get some stakes on the table, make things exciting, and likewise, I'm excited to see how this bracket is going to be going forward. Once again, Matcherino, go ahead, support it.
So a little update, actually. I believe our payout or our prize pool for Matcherino is 150. Never mind. No, I swear. Max something says something about reaching 150, but that's probably me misreading. So I believe our first match, like you said, is, or probably said, what is our first match? Sorry, it's not labeled in challenge here, so I don't know where we're gonna start. I'm assuming it's gonna be Molotov versus Sprite, seeing how Molotov's already in the room. Yes, it is. Okay, awesome. So Azrael versus Tager, very interesting, honestly, because Azrael wants to be in your face, and Tager also wants you to be in his face because he just wants to command grab. So I want to see how Sprite can play around that, and I want to see how Molotov will kind of adjust to Sprite's playstyle here. Okay, the current stretch is 150. That's my bad.
And we'll secure top 4 payment. So if you can, go ahead and support. If not, we have $90 in the pot. Let's get things going, y'all. Tager, Azrael. God,
we're gonna be seeing Tager a lot tonight.
what did I sign myself up for?
Not this, that's for sure. Alright, oh man.
Alright, let's get into it, y'all. Molotov, by the way, y'all, if you're new to, if you just tuned into the stream, Molotov beat Lord Makot in round 2 to make it to this point.
Absolutely wild. Peak cinema right there. Alright, let's see how each player will start it out. Oh, 3C. You know what? I respect that, because a lot of Azraels will tend to do round start 3C, so I believe Taker's 3C might beat it. Oh, I'm going for the cross-ups. Easy crash confirms. Oh,
right, already cashing out on those weak points. Low weak point, tries to go for these backhands to escape this pressure sequence, but Sprite keeping him locked in. Huge fatal counter. This is going to be a good grip of damage here. 4.5k, low weak point applied once again. High weak point right here. Getting very cheeky with that Sparkful. And sometimes you just need to get a little cheeky when you're playing a character like Tager to make this comeback. And Molotov is really eyeing it here as now Sprite has his back up against the wall. But Sprite pulling right through that option. Unfortunately, not able to get the full kill with it. But going to be dropping down with that JA to finish it up instead.
There's like so many things Sprite did in that small amount of sequence that was absurdly smart. Like, when he got the knockdown, he immediately backed out trying to bait out a throw, and then when Molotov, I believe, tried to throw him, he dashed right past it. It's like, it's the recognition from Sprite is actually insane. Like, honestly, like this is like what makes him like a really strong, if not the best NA Azrael currently in PC.
ORC catching Sprite, trying to escape here. Okay, give him a little love tap right there. Sprite Cranberry.
Right, go for the upper weak point, yep.
Got him in the corner. OD, but going to get hit by that burst. Perfect timing for Molotov.
Oh, no. I believe we're just going to go for a normal weak point here. Oh, unfortunately, drops a combo. He does have Astral, so I'm wondering if he wants to go for that cheeky, you know, side swap Astral. But no, he's just going to do DP, spend the meter in order to get a lower weak point. Oh my god. Oh, unfortunate. That's gonna be it. I believe Sprite tried to dash there. I did see him try to press forward, so that's a little unfortunate on Sprite's part. But very good robbery from Molotov. Yeah, nice. Both players, you know, checking if how they're gonna do it or start their round 1. Sprite with a really strong start, 3.7. My god. Oh, yeah, you can't delay tech against Azrael. good command grab coming from Molotov. Now we're gonna start our taker momentum here, but Sprite honestly playing around really well. I'll go for the side swap. Is Molotov gonna burst here? Nope.
Oh, no burst. But we dropped the combo anyways, so we gotta save it.
Again, good recognition coming from Sprite. He saw that Molotov insta blocked. I forgot what the move is called, but 236A. With that recognition, he RC'd and then side swap. Really good. What do you call it? Yeah, recognition. Oh no, that's the magnetic wheel for you. I believe that it won't kill, but it's gonna be close.
No, I think it might.
Never mind, it might. 6K, crazy.
Yeah, I was like, you know, any Magnatech starter, I think, always just does insane amounts of damage, especially with that EA to finish things off. Yeah, I think even if it didn't kill, like Pixel of Life, definitely going to be that situation afterwards.
Yeah. Especially against Tiger, you being in Pixel Life is not the situation you want to be in.
Right.
Oh man.
Also like that option from Molotov too, because Sprite Cranberry does use that dive kick quite often, especially at that range and at that angle. So Molotov's just using that as a way to really call that out, and we're just hitting it with a leg. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How many times was that?
What?
You know, the funny part too, it wasn't even that much damage.
No, the scaling was so high that it's like, in fact, I think he was just taking 10 damage per 2D. Oh no, yeah.
Incredibly funny, but it did nothing.
A little unfortunate there, unfortunate situation coming from Sprite there. The magnetism kind of pushed Sprite a little too far away so that his combo wouldn't continue. But I believe maybe this will kill. Yeah, it is Asriel.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was very close to not killing though.
Yeah, I generally thought that would kill. Like, I'm not the one to like doubt Asriel damage, but sometimes Asriel damage can be like mixed up on its own. Cause like I swear I've seen Asriel do like, yeah, true. Like, yeah. Oh, okay, all right. We're not sleeping today. All right, yeah. Molotov keeping Sprite locked in, or trying to keep him locked in, but Sprite with the cross up yet again. He's been catching people with that cross up so much. Especially in the crouch state too. Oh, there's the meaty 2D. Oh no, yeah, you have to burst there.
Really
Very
nice
good
that
sledgehammer.
wedge catapult, but now the situation has reversed on Sprite Cranberry, and we're going to be opening him up right there. Unfortunately, not able to be, not close enough to fully confirm that combo. So now we're back to neutral, expending that Spark Bolt. Not going to cast Sprite on anything, but still able to get a small pickup here. 100 meter on the table, not looking just yet, and holding on to that right there
against Tiger. Oh man, alright, Molotov, I believe is on set point, and Sprite here, I don't know if he can make a comeback, you know. This is winner, so he does have another chance if by smallest chance he does loses. Alright, oh, doesn't capitalize off of that whip punish, and then does dodge the 360B, tried to mix Molotov, trying to potentially open it up, but Molotov here not folding to the pressure.
Yeah, it's only good defense from Molotov, but unfortunately that defense crumbles with that whip punish with the Gustav. Right, using that get in button right there. It's going to be working out wonders. Hey, you know what Gustav is like? Gustav is what Kagura players think Wyvern is.
Oh my god. Just except without the plus frames.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, these sledgehammer or whatever it's called, like coming from Molotov, it's kind of insane. Like, who does wake up catapult? Like, that's crazy. But Sprite moving on to final game here. Honestly, what I would like to start seeing from Molotov is not delay tech against Asriel, because the moment you delay tech against Asriel, especially when he has upper weakness, you're giving him corner for free, and that is not something you want, especially when you're Taker. I mean, maybe you want it if you're that like cracked in the mind, but you know. All right. Oh no, fatal 5T. You can't really do much off of that. Like I said, you can't. You need to stop giving him delay text there. You're just giving him free corner. Oh. And I believe he's gonna go for the double weak point right here.
Dash out once again. High weak point. Low weak point.
Meaty setup. Oh, cross
with the growler.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
want to burst here.
Oh my god, what a
no.
combo! Holy moly, okay.
Yeah, alright. I honestly, I was hoping he would continue a little more, but I guess that combo operation would have knocked him down, but very fighting perfect there. We're on set point here.
Coming through here, Molotov is exactly what he's looking for here on round start and low profile right under that DP. Like I said, that DP is quite rough. Certainly not the best. Definitely a little bit better against a big body like Taker, however, though. But unfortunately, not from that distance. Sprite Cranberry really going to be eating a lot of damage for that mistake.
All right, last round of the game. Honestly, back-to-back perfect. You know, I was hoping it would happen, but it happened, I guess. Oh man.
Yeah, these characters can be so swingy, right, when it comes to these games. That perfects are definitely in the books. Burst come through here, gets that Spark Bolt, now has it available, instantly going to use it, get that Magnetism right here, pulling Sprite Cranberry right back in here, into his loving arms with the grab. Burst spent from Sprite immediately. Both players, that OD or Burst, and may not have it for the rest of this round.
That was a very dangerous place Sprite bursted there, because right after 6C, Taker can't jump cancel 6C, and if Molotov predicted a burst right there, he could have easily snatched that burst and potentially would have won the game there. But Sprite with the lucky burst now. Oh no!
Big check. 100-meter on the table. Gadget Finger coming through, charging this up for the approach here. We have Astro on the table, but I don't think we'll be able to use it. Blackhawk's Tiger will no innocence. Molotov's pulling on his final ropes, but has a whole wad of cash to stick in Sprite's face, and is going to use it right here, right now. Spends it on the super, and that is going to be the finisher. Molotov moving forward, showing that win against Laura McCott was no fluke. 2-1 against Sprite, just barely. However, Sprite putting up a very good fight and giving us a very good set to set off the pace here for top 8. One Taker in winners finals. Now we're going to get a second piece with Mass Fam. 2 Tagers in winners finals. Once again, like I said before, as much as I would like to see a Taker mirror, Mass Fam is probably going to crumble and pick 9 instead.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, once again, he has $70 of his own hard-earned money on the line. Like, listen, if he wins this tournament, he's not making his money back. That's the crazy.
It's a little unfortunate, yeah, because I think he'll make like he donated, but he added $70. He'll probably like lose around like $25 from the.
Right.
All right. I believe they're just waiting on our lovely TO here to see if they can start or not. Yeah. So assuming Mass Fam does pick Taker, the Taker versus New matchup is gonna be really interesting because Taker can honestly just armor through most of New's projectile, but I don't know if it'll work for her low projectile because I don't know how. Because Taker's thing is it projectile armor, like, or does it have like different properties like projectiles?
New does have a wide array of projectiles, but her drive normals are not projectiles.
Really?
Yes, they're not projectiles, and I think that's the biggest misconception people have when playing against a character like that. Is they think they have to barrier her 5D or 2D or whatever, right? You don't. It does no chip. It's a normal. It does not count as a projectile.
Yeah, I would actually like to see like how it's gonna go because I believe News 214D or no 226DC is a low projectile, and I don't know if Taker can armor through that or it's gonna catch Taker's guard. But either way, we'll see.
Interaction either. But yeah, we'll see. Like you said, and one of the big things you want to be looking out for with how Taker's gonna be navigating this matchup is what points he's going to choose to barrier at during the combo and during the pressure. And also how he's going to get around, especially that gravity well right there as well. We're going to be seeing a lot of burst movement with options like that right there to just armor through those normals and say, hello, what do you think you're doing from full screen? No, you're not going to be doing anything right here. Tries to
he is so cheeky with his command grabs. Alright, Alright, so Soliloquy again is capitalized off of that confirm here, going for full screen where New is most comfortable at, but you know, oh no. Massman thought that would be a feint, that's why he went for the 360C there, but or 720, my fault. But that's gonna allow Soliloquy to get a Oki situation off. What's the mix-up? No mix-up. Alright, either way it works, drops the combo, unfortunately.
New's pressure also is very reliant on that delayed projectile you see right there, when she puts it up above her head and blinks for a little bit and then shoots at that dagger right there. That is actually, she can like set up some very nasty sequences, whether in combos or whether in block strings, where it can like kind of lock you down. And for you, as the person on defense, you don't really have a good know-how, like actually which one it is specifically. But right now, Massman does not have to worry about that. I mean, that life bar was blood red. We were just finding hit after hit there on Soliloquy. And now Soliloquy has so much health to chew through. Tager already a big body and New not really doing a lot of damage on her own either.
Oh yeah, Massman, I don't think he can start doing Wake Up 3C. Oh, what?
A perfect response to the Spark Bolt. That's what I like to see. A lot of times what you'll see is once the other player goes to full screen from the burst, what will happen is they go for Spark Bolt a lot of times. You know, just to make them block it or just to maybe get a sneaky hit on them. And a lot of times what players do is they block it because they know the Spark Bolt is coming. So in that instance, Soliloquy is like, okay, I'm just going to go for that super and blow right through.
I did not know New's projectile super had. I'm assuming that's projectile involved. Because I 100% expected New to just get hit by that Spark Bolt there.
Honestly, I'll probably have to go back and give you an answer on that later.
Yeah. Maybe
I know
arrow field dust loop there. Going back to the game, Massman not in a good situation. Honestly, this is like New's home zone, you know, full HP, you got the max zone, you know, this seems like a very New-sided game, but you know, knowing Tager here, robberies can happen pretty easily. Oh, okay, never mind, maybe not today.
And
yeah, this is a burst in combo. I don't think this
enough?
will kill. It may be enough, yeah.
Yeah. If we pop that OD, then it definitely is. And we were able to get up close enough for that EA like we saw right there.
Very strong showing from Soliloquy here, playing around the Tager pretty well. Alright. I believe this is still first to two, right? Yes, it is.
Yes. We're not at winners finals just yet.
Oh boy. So
Man, you're also kind of thriving too, right? You're like, man, I gotta play against 3 Tagers and 2 Conquerors.
Have the best matchup in their lives. But let's see if Massman can actually adjust. See if he could grasp victory from the jaws of defeat, and he's still trying to go for this resets. That clearly didn't work. Not against Soliloquy here. Really knowledgeable. However, use the sledgehammer to go through projectile, or sorry, quote-unquote projectiles here. And then putting him back in the corner.
More good backdash though, just to remove themselves from that situation. There's always that RPS game you have to play with the gadget finger restand. Whether it's like backdash or jump, you got to be able to call that right option. And if Massman is going to go for something like a wedge catapult, a button, or a command grab, or an air command grab instead. Here we go, Soliloquy trying to set up arrow once again, the sword once again, but really nice play from Massman to blow right through that super.
New does not have a good reversal, so she does have to rely on overdrive and counter assault a lot, and Massman knows that pretty well, so he'll probably try to abuse the fact that New doesn't have much of a reversal option. But and like the big difference here, right? Massman just needs to touch like New maybe 3 times, maybe 2 good command grabs, and New's basically at like dead HP. Well, oh no, poor burst decision right there. Well, Soliloquy has to like do so much interactions. That's a little unfortunate.
I find it hard to call that a poor burst situation because that did get Soliloquy out of that combo. And I think that would have been close enough to kill him as well. So Soliloquy just trying to save their behind right here.
Oh, what a reset.
This round in, or try to get this round back in their favor. Sets up the gravity well, Massman stuck in the corner, and unfortunately not going to block the overhead from the other side.
I don't... Okay, alright, never mind. Okay, so I was about to say, I don't think that would kill, but you know, maybe Master just knew something I did and it just burst off the spark bolt.
That's one of the tricky things. I don't even think Master has actually been hit by the overhead many times, but that's one of the tricky things playing against New is the fact that she can always set up that projectile from behind and hit you with that overhead. And that overhead, by the way, when you have your back up against the wall, it is completely invincible. You have to guess it. You have to know that it's there in order to block it.
I love the New and Lambda privilege right there. Yeah. Oh, what a good confirm. Gets set up from his 2-1 for or their 2-1 for D too. All right, here comes Oki. Master should know that he cannot do. Yeah, alright, yeah, that's a good catch on the backdash. Yeah.
I like that play from Soliloquy too, because we went for a very active move to try and negate the properties of that backdash.
I feel like Master's like trying to fish for some like recess here, because I've seen him cancel a lot of his strings into like 2B, into like 2A. So, yep. Okay, so that's what I expected to happen last time. I guess it was like Soliloquy activated the projectile like frame perfect.
Yeah, I think it was just a little too fast for the spark bolt.
Oh no!
We're able to get out. That was almost a little scary. The Massium kind of autopiloting that pressure right there. OD into the wedge catapult. I think that's it.
Why is he? Why? No. Nah, spam. Come on. You're gonna lose on timer scam. You have lower HP.
Nah, hold on. We're trying to get it so that Soliloquy takes his hands off the controller. Does not take his hands off right there. And once again, like, remember what I was talking about before, when you're at full screen, it can sometimes be pretty predictable when that spark bolt is coming. Oh my god.
I think that was a counter assault attempt that got eaten because of delayed, because of the stomp delay. That's crazy. Yo, 100% Mash should have lost there, dude.
Hey, but you know what? He's got that 1 point right there on the board, and he's going to be moving right through this pressure. What pressure? Soliloquy. What pressure?
That was a great delay tech on for Soliloquy, dodging the very plus on block 2D from Tager. Master in a very bad position here. This is where New gets her Oki at down really well. Yup. Oh, he almost caught that back air dash with that spark bolt. That was pretty clean.
Good, great blocks right now. Playing a solid defense. Gets opened up by the overhead, but still holding on strong. Unfortunately, Soliloquy. Oh, well, not unfortunately for Soliloquy, but unfortunately for Mass, Soliloquy was able to really change up that timing right there and catch Mass Pam with that really strong whip.
All right, last match. Both players have burst available.
Pulling through right here. Gravity well.
I actually like how Soliloquy isn't going for the double overhead reset or setup that, or sorry, the overhead projectile RC into an overhead projectile set, because they know that it doesn't really work on Tager because they could just kind of armor through it. But all right, here we have Mass finally starting his game plan. Overdrive coming through. Yeah, that was a good ODR right there, or EA right there. So how is Soliloquy going to capitalize this? Going full screen, yep. Going to New's home. Now it's Mass' game of trying to go back in, trying to find a way out, or find a way in.
Yeah, but both these players actually on set point right now as well. Mass Fam though, trying his best to get in, is going to find his way, one away or another. Got that spark bolt connection as well in the middle of that combo. There's the magnetism. And we're going for a little bit of a spin cycle right now. Wait, actually,
this is actually kind of
Massum has more health.
Yeah,
Massum has more health, and we're at low health too. So I think we can actually get a potential timer scam here, like for real timer scam.
Yeah, because no, he didn't activate overdrive though, which is a little unfortunate. But like, Soliloquy can't burst out of any of this, and Master has to do this for, mind you, BlazBlue 25 seconds.
Oh, no, this isn't it. Magnetism's gonna run out.
No, the Magnetism's gonna run out here. Yeah.
He's gonna go for an air crew man grab and like, right now. No, right now.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right now.
Yo, hey yo. Yo, how long does this actually last? Hold on, wait. Does overdrive extend his magnetism time? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we go into the combo. Right. We go into the combo to close things off. I completely forgot about that final, very important piece of info.
80 seconds a total of
Oh, does it? Okay.
magnetism, apparently, according to Tesla. That's crazy. What a way to win descent. Oh my god. You know what? And you know what this means? We got a Taker Mirror on winners finals. Or
Bro, I
potentially
hate this
Taker Mirror.
guy.
I don't know. I don't know if Mass will switch to 9 or something. It'd be mad funny if I see a Taker Mirror. Speaking of mirrors, we got the Kagura Mirror coming up. Bro, I hate this game. Oh my days.
Oh my god, the timer scam is such a beautiful piece of art. Oh my god. And it's also very hard too, by the way.
Absolutely,
I know it looks easy. But basically what you need to do is you need like perfectly time 1,360 inputs. in
I know
order to
Yeah.
What's
I
up?
believe there's like some leeway. You don't have to be frame perfect, but it's still
don't, but,
very
like,
tight timing. Yeah.
The moment you like mess up just like mess up the timing just a little bit, basically what happens is they get like sent way off course, and then you have to course correct, and then that's
Right.
where you actually like mess up, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, man.
jumping up and getting a 360 every time isn't the hardest thing in the world, but it's like the consistency you have to do it at,
Right.
and being able to, you know, not drop it is the big thing as well, especially at like different areas of the screen. But yeah, really good stuff to master him, and honestly, like, as disrespectful as it looks, it is optimal if you can do it, because obviously that base is just locked whatchamacallit, that locked the Soliloquy out of the game completely.
Right. Yeah. And so it could not burst out of that entire interaction, because, you know, command grabs, they put you in non-burstable state. And the fact that you can RC it, oh my god, and then go for a timer scam that literally Soliloquy couldn't do anything with is very
Right,
interesting.
that is character hostage right there. Just like us, the audience, are held captive by this Kagura mirror we're about to watch here. And loser side, top 8, as this will be our first loser side match here. Dogzia versus Just Tomato. We saw a bit of Dogzia before, and also a little bit of Just Tomato. So we kind of have a pretty decent idea of what we what we have to expect going into this round.
Oh, crazy 5C catch there. Going for the full combo here. Dogzia probably finally warmed up, or his hands up, not dropping combos anymore. I could have just cursed it, you never know, but now Tomato's got to find a way to find out from Kagura's range. Oh wait, a ODR, that's crazy. Oh, it drops the combo, unfortunately, but again, going back to Kagura neutral, a bunch of JCs, not a lot of waivers though, thank god, you know.
Ooh, that could have been that was a pretty bad 2C with you know, it didn't get him punished, but it did put him into a situation where Dogzia was able to get that advantage back. But right now, just Meta has the advantage in his grip. Dogzia going to be holding on to that burst for this next sequence, jumping out, finding a nice hit, almost getting the side swap, but unfortunate drop. Just Meta going to be able to get that flash kick, anti-air from Dogzia. In return, Just Meta tries to get that overhead pressure coming through, and now we're both on even footing here in the middle of the screen. Just Meta though baiting out that flash kick, but away, that 2C being a little too much in terms of startup to actually get a successful one, but that EA coming through, unfortunately, still not enough.
Jesus Christ. Okay, alright, so... Oh, what a DP bait. The Tomato's DP baits are so insane. Like, you can also see that he's stance canceling a lot of things, while in the previous Kagura mirror we unfortunately saw a lot of Wybers, we saw a lot of JCs, but Tomato here is showing us a different way to play this mirror. Like, it's actually really nice to a good change of pace here, and Tomato again finding the overhead, I believe, getting the confirmed into the Oki. Is he going for projectile Oki or 5B? No, he went for 5B. Oh, burst catches the burst too, but unfortunately couldn't capitalize, but does get the chip kill.
It's a perfect, technically, but I'm not going to count that as a perfect because you dropped that burst bait combo. No.
Oh man.
If you got that burst bait combo, cleanest thing in the world. Perfect. Amazing. But no. Tomato, unfortunately, that's not perfect anymore. Anyways,
Shouldn't have dropped it, but
game number 2. Tomato looking incredibly strong. just as you do, because I think Tomato, like just as you come to expect, because I think Tomato is arguably the strongest representative of this character currently in North America.
I believe Fire is also a top contender too. Fire is also a Kagura player, yes, but they don't really show up to tournaments. I don't think I've seen Fire at all in tournaments. I've just seen Fire maybe once and a couple of times on net play.
Fire doesn't travel a lot, but I know I think Just Tomato is definitely like even with Fire, even with Serpent, I think he is arguably the best one. And of course, you can't fight me on that. I will let you fight me on that one right there. But anyway, Just Tomato is currently having that title challenge that I gave.
Is this Death?
As
oh my god, it's Death.
No, wait, is it?
It's Overdrive. Oh no, too much combo preparation. Oh, but he does go for the IED reset there. Yeah, no, honestly, like, I would like to see Dogzia not overextend his combos, because there's so many times he could have killed, but he overextended and the combo preparation got to him first. So I would hopefully, like to see him like go for more kill confirm areas.
Keep in mind that combo right there did not use any meter and got 4.8k.
Average Kagura moment, honestly. Does more damage than just a ban Kagura.
Okay, 3-touch game. Come on, one more touch. Make it clean, no drops.
Oh,
okay, flash kick though.
Oh, tries to go for the what a grab. Wow, that is
was cool. Right, that was cool. I got you right there.
Alright, now Dogzia has the corner advantage. Oh, he gets a roll catch but didn't get the confirm. That's unfortunate.
Okay, Wyvern going to be locking down. Dogzia tries to rush in with the Wyvern, but Just Tomato going to be taking the advantage back after that lift.
Oh, what an air confirm right there. The classic, oh no, what a deal. Oh, but no punish! The biggest unfortunate thing about Kagura's 6C is that it's slightly moving forwards, and if you're in a really bad position or you're too close to your opponent, that 6C will probably go through the opponent if, like, it's an airborne DP.
That was crazy. JC coming down, cracking Dogzia on the head. Just
no, interesting little standoff there. Both players kind of playing it kind of slow. Not much going on. They're trading like maybe a few hits back and forth, but no real like combo confirms. Dogzia probably could have RC'd that. Oh, gets that counter at 5A. This will be death. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong Kagura. That's Tomato, my fault. This is my brain just melting. But yeah, Tomato's just gonna finish it with an actual finish. Well played. God, is this gonna be what it's like when we see a Taker Mirror too? Lord have mercy.
Well, Just Tomato proving himself to be the stronger Kagura for now. As
do you have another Kagura?
No, he's all
okay.
But yeah, he's going to take a 2-0. We'll have to play against Sprite later on in losers quarters. And actually, they did play earlier on in the bracket as well. Sprite, notably, I think it was their very first stream match too. Sprite notably took it over Just Tomato with a 2-1. It was a little close, but I think especially that final game was definitely much more favored towards Sprite. I think these two players kind of trade games every now and then. So Just Tomato can absolutely take it back on the run back here, especially when we have a little bit more at stake. Our tournament life is on the line, and so is our tournament lives on the line here for this next set between Pho and Lord Makot. And very interestingly, I think I see these two players play quite a lot in brackets. Whenever they both play in the bracket, I feel like they're always like matched up into each other, probably just because of how seeding ends up shaking out. But Pho not going to be locking into the Taker, I think rightfully so. Swapping to the Azrael instead. Much more resilient when it comes to playing against a character like this.
It's actually kind of like the Fazama versus Dawn situation all over again, where they're always seeded against each other, and we always see them fight each other in like finals or something. What a DP! Oh my god, bro, this guy's ballsy. Alright. Alright, Mako getting the counter at JB confirmed, immediately bursting, and Vulcan doesn't want any of that. They're going for the cross up, same side. Number 4, counter hit Gustav. Is Mako gonna burst here? No, ODR. Goes below, yep.
Point. Oh, and tries to
That's a
set up the
super.
ball. Yeah, I think that might have been 2. But has both weak points. Wait, can we just go for like the unblockable as well? Obviously we didn't go for it, but oh no, we didn't have meter. We didn't have meter.
No, we didn't have meter, yeah. This guy is playing like gorilla, like oh.
DP once again, but this time going to get blocked by Lord Makata as we go for that jump back barrier.
Oh no, it drops the combo, unfortunately. I think he dropped the combo? Maybe it was an intentional reset? I don't know. Oh, go for the literally unblockable overhead. That Kokono's overhead, that wrench is, I swear it's hard, literally hard to block. It's just like, it's slow, they can fully charge it up, but like no matter what you do, you're gonna get hit by it. Alright, Mako winning that round
Overhead
back,
ball.
you know? Yeah. Telling him stop playing like a monkey.
Alright, teleport in. DP once again, this time a slightly delayed DP. It's going to be a round start DP regardless whether you like it or not. And to Fuzz credit, it has been working, especially for that round 1. But it's a risk that, like, you know, it's not really worth taking in a lot of these situations as well. You don't want to get let Kokonoi have the opportunity to get set up. But now
Did my man just like, did he just 5B out of like random string? What? I mean, it worked, but like, what is going on? So I actually like what Mako did a little before when Foe used Growler. He purposely used the the pull away from the magnetism to like prevent Foe King from getting that Growler stock in and going for the cheeky overhead reset, and I believe this will kill if you just go, yep, that's gonna kill because that super does absurd damage for no reason.
Kokonoi does absurd damage for no reason. Let's not talk about the super, let's talk about Kokonoi's damage output.
4K and including, that's not including resets. Oh,
She's a zoner, a rushdown character, set play character, and does the same amount of damage. She kind of does everything. You know, quite literally a toolbox character.
oh yeah. So they got the Izanami package all over again, just missing the rib cage and the command grab that restores health and barrier gauge for some reason. Or is it just barrier gauge? I think it's just barrier gauge, but either way. We have Foe King switching to the Ragna, maybe not as comfortable with the Azrael pick. I mean, to be fair, he was pretty closer with Azrael, but we'll see how this Ragna switch goes.
Yeah, he was able to take a round, but Fudd definitely not looking as confident as he would like. So swapping to the Ragna instead, seeing if this will work out. You know, we have one final chance here in this bracket, so let's make it count. And already, Fudd is going to be getting a solid combo here. It has Lord Makata in the corner, but it all comes down to whether or not you can keep Lord Makata in this position. And unfortunately, Fudd tried his best, but you know, actually, hold on, I might be eating my words. Never mind, Super Ball comes through, and that's going to be a nice combo here for Lord Makata. Not going to be a lot of damage, but we'll let you set up that Graviton into the ball setup, and that is going to be the round win going to Makata. Fudd, though, did a pretty solid job, especially, like, keeping Lord Makata locked in the corner every single time they try to go for those air approaches, and always going for those DP anti-airs. Oh no, we tried to press a button, but unfortunately, that is just way too active.
Oh my god, max range Gauntlet Hades hitting, bro. Gauntlet Hades is definitely unblockable, even in rollback. Good block on the overhead reset. Oh, unfortunately gets caught with Kokonoi's 5B, which is also air unblockable, so, you know, always barrier against Kokonoi in the air. Going for that stagger pressure reset.
Has to respect the bomb and immediately 5B right afterwards. Fudd was stewing on that 5B and found it.
Unfortunately, Fudd did run out of overdrive timers, so he couldn't really end up with Devoured by Darkness, but Mako, oh, alright, yeah. I believe that's death. Mako does have 100 meter. I was hoping, okay, never mind, we are not gonna... Oh, okay. Alright. You know what? Sure. Sure. Alright, Mako, sure. I see how it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I was about to say, you know, I felt like something was coming. Here's the thing, like, I think it's pretty obvious for a lot of characters, a lot of players when they're trying to go for an astral. But I think like Kokonoi players especially, it is incredibly obvious when they want to go for an astral, because the thing about their astral is you can't combo into it. It's a command grab, a 720 command grab at that. So you have to actually mix someone up with it, and it's a very big risk. A lot of times, you know, when it comes with these astrals, it's like, oh yeah, do it because it's optimal. Well, it's almost never optimal to use Kokonoi's astral instead of any other option she has.
But you know, it is what it is. Mako's down, dropping the combo just to get enough meter, and also just to set Ragna HP down low. And I believe we are gonna go into an ad break before we hit losers quarters and winners. I might be wrong here. No, I might be wrong. I think we're gonna be doing loser quarters first, and then after loser quarters, we're gonna be into an ad break. Maximo, please.
Is it after the
clarify?
I think it's before winners finals, right? You know what? We'll get the info when we get there.
Yeah.
I think definitely we're going to be going through losers quarters here. Okay, now you're making me second guess myself.
No, I don't know. He did say that he was going to do an ad break prediction for winners, losers, and grand finals, but he didn't specify if it was losers quarters or losers semis.
Okay, we're going to be running.
We're going to be
running losers quarters. So Sprite versus Sprite getting back up onto the stage, and Just Tomato as well. Just Tomato sent down to losers actually very early. Sent down the losers in round 1, but he's such a consistent player, so of course he's making it all the way back up here to get this round back. Had to be the only players to play in losers round 1 as well, funnily enough. But so far has been having.
He got it.
Yeah, no. He's been having an incredible run, and I'm excited to see what the turnout of this set is going to be. And it's going to be as lopsided as it was, especially in that game number 3 there for Sprite.
Yeah. So we are gonna get this run back. We'll see how each player finally actually warmed up. Maybe not gonna drop like a billion combos this time. Let's see how they actually play and like how they solidify their choices here.
Right? One would hope. One would hope that they wouldn't drop a million combos. But knowing them,
I don't know. Well, very respectful round start from Tomato. Like, he did not want to press anything against Azrael there. Oh, there's the armor.
Huge. Fatal counter starter.
It does say fatal, but I believe that like the max damage Carver can get off of like no meter is like 4k. What a DP bait. Yeah, you need to burst it. That's 6k, 5k you're eating from that. Going for the grab reset here. Are we gonna go? Oh, unfortunate drop. Oh, Beep Fafnir Naya coming out fast enough to anti-air Sprite from the IAD jump in.
FC Gustav, purple throw, Just Tomato great tech.
Going
Flash kick on the side swap right there.
Yep. Tomato realizing that Sprite likes to do those cheeky little resets. So DP is a really good option here. Oh, but unfortunately gets hit.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that place to be like wait for that TC to come out and going in for that low crush. Gustav coming through, but going to get smoked by the JC. Yeah, very similar to what we saw in previous sets, where like JC would beat out something like Wyvern. Just a very big falling button that kind of just sets this hitbox around you that your opponent just cannot touch.
This is the one thing against Azure you can't really do is jump. His 5A, 5B, both anti-airs. That's crazy.
Anti-airs at that as well. That 5C is a hell of a disjoint. So you got to be always very mindful of that when you're choosing to approach Azro, because that 5C does hit, like it hits mid, it hits crouchers, it hits people in the air.
It's also plus on block.
Right.
Don't forget that.
And as Kagura too, like you don't really have like a ton of amazing options when it comes to approaching from the air outside of like JC, right?
Yeah.
So it can still be it can be a little bit tough right there. Anyways, Just Tomato holding on. Sprite apparently not able to get a kill right there. Super coming through, but we're staying safe. Gustav, no punish.
Again, I like what Sprite Cranberry is doing, because like every time he sees a instant block of Gustav, he's RCing and going for like his other mix-up that might catch Tomato off guard. Like seriously good recognition on his part. But oh my god, that backdash on Marvel could have been so deadly here. But Tomato with the bird or overdrive available, but won't be able to use it, and probably likely better to have it on next game or next round. All right, let's see how this round start goes. A little more aggressive round start this time for Tomato, going for that JC option, and it does catch Sprite off. And this is 4K? 4K? No meter, by the way. Okay. That's a bit of unfortunate, but Tomato's going back in there.
I like the patience. 5. Spraying check.
That was 100%
Fireball along with it as well. RC baiting out, maybe a DP. Now I'm coming out from Sprite, however.
Oh, that's dead.
Oh, perfect.
Oh no! Never mind.
What?
I guess it just recovered too fast. I mean, Azrael is plus on block after you if they hit 6C, so it's like, but you know, pixel HP.
Super. Can we get a punish? No,
you know what? I respect it. I respect it. I see the vision he was going for it. If he did Blackhawk Snare, I think it would work. But if I think he would have died from armor damage. Tomato taking a 1-up. A very I don't know how the set went when the stream first started. Was Tomato up 1 before, or was Sprite up 1?
What? Oh, you mean like when the stream started? Who won first?
Yeah, who won first?
The wheel of fate is turning.
We are commentators. We have short-term memory. I don't know.
There's too much going on. We have like so much Taker and Kagura brain damage right now that we don't remember anything anymore.
I just know that it was a 2-1. That was the final score, and honestly, that's probably all that matters.
Yep. Alright, Tomato pushing the offense here a bit, you know. Oh, they're not gonna be able to punish that. It was the end frames. That's a punish though.
Fantastic use of the OD to blow right through the Gustav, and the perfect use of the JC as well, catching that backdash from Sprite. Sprite does like to use that backdash quite often, and just made a calling that one out.
We're at set point. Complete like a complete opposite of what we saw on like the first game here, which is honestly to be expected because you know, first game they weren't really prepared, but Tomato just showing just how good he is at adapting here. Oh, interesting. He didn't go for the DP ender.
Trying to get out DP right there. That's going to be a trade from these players. Ooh, okay. That just made not going to respect the OD afterwards, and there's no reason to do so.
No.
Crazy fatal. Sprite Cranberry, unfortunately, not going to be finishing it right there. Okay, but we find a great conversion. Gets low for weak point. Should be able to cash out on this weak point right now. We have 50 meter for super. Will it be enough? No, it won't.
Oh, that's that. Yeah. Save the burst. You're not going to win that. These are some very unfortunate fat B factors that Tomato's game, because every time he tried to call out a IED jump in, he's doing it just a tad bit late, which causes Sprite to actually block it. But you know, because of like this slight quick recovery B Fafnir has, Sprite couldn't really capitalize off of it. That's a nice side swipe going for it. Oh, it's still an unfortunate drop. Both players trying to feel each other out, playing a little more patient. This is again corner for Azrael.
And we'll be seeing a game 3 again as well. Flash kick coming through, but a big JC counter hit. This could potentially be a round. This could potentially define the rest of this round here. That one interaction, as not just Middle has. Sprite Cranberry locked into the corner. 2C. JC.
Oh, he had the burst,
oh, that would have been death, most likely.
Death, yeah.
Sprite Cranberry had
no,
that one. And that's going to be OD through the Gustav. That might be it right here.
I don't know, it's a 5A starter. It is scaling.
Yeah, not the best starter, and the scaling is looking pretty tough, but
there's
we're
active
gonna
flow.
try RC into the super, even
Pixel.
with active flow, even with OD, not enough. A pixel life left for Sprite, and a Hail Mary with the DP as one final attempt to make something happen. But this entire time, Justice Tomato has been so cognizant of the DP as an option and just weaving it into his own pressure that DP coming at the end there was kind of just not a surprise.
Really, but really well played from both players. Their recognition, their adaptiveness was out of the world. That was a seriously fun match to watch. And I believe up next we have Soliloquy versus Mako, and I am stuck in the screen. Yeah, okay, I got booted.
Versus Mako.
No, I didn't get booted. We're good. We're fine.
New versus Kokonoe.
On paper, Kokonoe should have.
Yeah, on
advantage
paper, Kokonoe should be taking over. New for sure. And it really just comes down to great screen control with Kokonoe. Kokonoe is just a lot more versatile of a character. She has a solid defense. She has a fantastic offense. And the way she can set up gravitons and black holes as well too. We didn't actually see that many from Lord Makot, if at all. We didn't see any black holes in the previous sets that Lord Makot played in, but that's also very relevant against New as well. So we'll see how this will shake up. Soliloquy having one more chance. Had a great run so far on winner's side, but there's always the chance that a player makes it to top 8 winner's side and then just loses 2 games in a row. And this could potentially be that one, because Lord Makot getting sent down to losers in losers round 2 was very much a surprise. That was very much an upset.
I just did not expect Molotov to just steal away from steal Kokonoe's W away. That's again, it was an amazing feat. And then same with Massfam with dealing with a very bad matchup Taker has, and stylishly, might I add, doing so at the near end, just timer scamming Soliloquy out. But we'll see how this match goes, and we're just waiting for Soliloquy to join in here. There they are.
Please select your
I don't know what Soliloquy. I know Soliloquy does have a Carl. I've seen it once or twice, but I think they're gonna stick to New here. Oh, is he picking?
I think in every situation is what would be the better character, New or Carl? I don't think there's a single instance where you would say I think New is better in this matchup.
But it also depends, how confident they are on Carl. But
absolutely.
That's up. So yeah.
Carl's an incredibly difficult character.
Those negative edgings are crazy. I just don't know how XCal does it. The amount of adaptation that XCal does. When I saw that TNS I was like, oh my god, that guy's absurd. He's next level. But
Carl is a special breed for sure.
Yeah. Okay, what a round starter. That's a hard call out come from Soliloquy. Alright, go for the easy Oki.
Gravity well. Okay, we got the sword set, and that's going to be the burst from Lord Makot.
Oh no, with the 4D. Slightly too close for that to hit. You wouldn't have that problem if you were playing Lambda, by the way. Just saying. Alright, are we going to see the burst here? No, wow.
No.
Okay, we're going for the reset here. Yeah, there's the burst.
Yeah, especially after reset, a lot more pressing at that point to try and get out of that situation. I like Lord Makot's backdash in the air was pretty smart because that did put him just out of range of that sword from the other side of the screen. Just being very
guess mix
of that as an option. That barrier just completely depleting on the side of Lord Makot, as we had to barrier all through that super to prevent that chip damage. And now without that barrier and with very low health remaining, not a lot Lord Makot could have really done right there. We still had plenty of our gadgets though. I'm actually surprised that we haven't been seeing much usage of these gravitons, or at least more usage of it. Especially in neutral, right?
Okay, alright, here comes the cheeky resets. Here comes the setup. Alright, Which one is it? Is it the left, right side, overhead? There's the overhead. This seems like a Kokonoi round right here.
Has anyone blocked a single one of those wrenches? Probably.
Oh, he blocked it once. They blocked the first time they did, but
Maybe
yeah,
it isn't
counter it,
blockable.
but
I think you're onto something when you said it was blockable.
it's slow, but like it's deceptively like hard to block. I swear. All right. Playing around the trying to play around the projectiles here. So look, we actually going on the offense, which is kind of interesting. I honestly expected them to play a little more on the zone range, but you know, it is what it is. And there's a reset. This seems like another Kokonoi round right here. I believe that's
part of the idea is too is that like you don't want Kokonoi to just sit at full screen and then set up whatever they want. So I think that's also like kind of like the idea behind that. But if you were asking me too, I think what would be optimal is trying to continue to zone out Kokonoi regardless, because you know, New has ways to get in and actually do up close pressure, but it's not really a lot. And if you're put on defense at any point during that, it becomes a very difficult situation to get out of. But I do like that Soliloquy is still, regardless, like weaving in those full screen dashes as a way to try and mix up Kokonoi from Makat from full screen when they think they're safe.
You know what's crazy? I know like New is a zoner, but her projectile doesn't even reach full screen. Like it just stops barely midway. Alright. Oh, gets caught with the low spin wheel. Immediate burst, yeah, you don't want Kokonoi to go in. That's just a full confirm to reset. Oh, there's the JB, just a insane button. A great air, great
punch.
Yeah. Alright, here's the setup.
Checked out.
Oh,
reset.
Oh, that's death. I think that's death.
That should be dead. Yeah, we got it.
It's also New HP. New has one of the lower HPs in the game, so it's like if she gets touched, she's gonna eat like half her HP gone.
Yeah, that's true. And now Soliloquy is definitely on the struggle bus.
Oh, there's the wrench again.
Lord Makacha is just one round away from taking the W, and with such an overwhelming position, Soliloquy feels like they have to spin that burst in that situation. Because they don't want to have to get put into yet another mix-up. Lord Makat.
There's a wrench. I'm saying it's just not blockable. Oh, there's a reset, and that's just it. Yeah. Oh man, what a strong showing from Makai. That is just showing just how disgusting Kokonoi resets can be. Like, yes, like her combo damage will reach 3k max, but like that overhead, like that cross-up overhead reset, that's a really massive starter. Like it hurts. So you're just gonna be seeing your HP just go into red, like in probably like 2 mix-ups.
Yeah, Kokonoi can absolutely take advantage of resetting you to oblivion, right? The cross-up JC overhead being very important, and also whenever like any projectile is on you, we just teleport. Okay, now we're gonna go for an overhead, we're gonna go for a low. Like there's so many things that Kokonoi can do to just continue stacking up that damage. And even if she gets even if her overall damage isn't always the highest, her ceiling is one of the best in the game when it comes to just outputting insane amount of damage with plenty of resources on the table. So good stuff to Lord Makat staying alive here on the loser side of the bracket despite being sent down early, and now has secured a spot in a loser semis to play against just a tomato later on. But now we're gonna be going on a quick ad break, so y'all, if y'all have been enjoying the stream so far, stay tuned because we have some more BlazBlue Central Fiction action coming up very soon.
Yep, don't go anywhere, guys. We will also have a prediction up, I believe, in our losers and winners games, so look forward to that, and we'll be back after a quick ad break.
All right, I'm gonna go run to the restroom real quick. Be right back.
Yeah, all good. Welcome back. Ads are finishing up, I believe. Alright, and welcome back everyone. I believe predictions are currently out right now, so if you do want to see who will win, I believe we are doing... What are we doing first? Are we doing loser side first, or are we doing winner side first? It looks like we're doing winner side first, so we are doing MassFam versus Molotov here.
Looks like
Just
it.
gonna quick drink of water.
So the Tiger mirror, y'all. Let's get this ball rolling. Of course, like I said before, MassFam probably will be pulling out the 9, but Tiger mirror will definitely be fun. I don't think I've ever seen MassFam and Molotov ever play. I know I've seen Mass and Pho play. I think of course we've seen I think I've seen Pho and Molotov play before as well. I just don't think I've ever seen this matchup in particular.
No, I don't know if Mass will actually stick to the Taker at all. Actually, I have a feeling he might.
Yeah, so
he said he's playing as Nine. Yeah, I don't blame him. That is also Taker's another Taker's bad matchup, by the way.
He notably doesn't like playing the mirror, and once again, and the thing is, like, 9 is so good. 9 is so good against Taker.
Yeah.
That there's honestly like no reason not to, unless like I guess your 9 isn't that good. And his 9 has been getting better over time as well. Yeah, you can see Molotov staring down the barrel of a gun right now with 9 on the other side, but he's seen a worse with Lord McCott in round 2. So this is not gonna be that much worse. Here you go, y'all. Winners finals, a first to 3, by the way. So we're gonna have plenty of more time to adapt, plenty of more Taker shenanigans, or more time for MassFam to just zone Molotov out of the game as we get right into it. Intro is going to be rocked. Wheel of Fate is turning. Rebel 1 action. Let's get right into it. Immediately, MassFam going to be starting off, opening up, pressing these buttons, trying to get these spells unlocked, and get that Amethyst online as well. Unfortunately, though, for MassFam, Molotov will be hitting MassFam before he's able to actually successfully get that Amethyst to connect.
Oh man, yeah, here starts the 9 stuff here. Alright, we get Tanzai into the Oki setup. Taker can just ignore most of it, however, this is not what we're talking about. 9 can just say, okay, yeah, that's a great way to ignore it. Here, just take a full overhead, and now you're just, oh yeah, this is 9 round, yep.
Yeah, you say, like, you can say that Molotov can ignore some options from 9, but 9 has like so many ways to stay out of range, position herself in a way that she's not going to connect with these, and also just go into a regular rooting where she just completely obliterates his armor. So 9 has a lot of ways to just kind of invalidate Tager. And right there, we're seeing it right there with the Amethyst, where like if Molotov tries to play this grounded game, well, that Amethyst is going to either hit you, get you into a combo, or just lock you down as you block it.
Those
now,
Fairy's Tager's worst nightmare. Yeah, right. That's just Tager's worst nightmare. He may try to armor through with Catapult, but because of it just hits 3 times in like 3 different like terrible ways, or like delayed ways, it just catches Tager off guard.
Amethyst, yeah, dropping in right into it.
The whip! That's crazy.
Oh my god. Dude. Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
If that connected, that would have been pretty awesome.
That would have been crazy call out. Is that Astral low? I don't know if it would catch Taker off guard. But
maybe that's
was it?
Yeah.
Molotov here catching Mass from his J2A there. Trying to go for a cheeky reset, but Mass not falling for it. Doing the delay tech that you should do against Taker. Blocks the Kusanite. Again, there's like the 9 interaction where like because 9's buttons are like slightly delayed on several spots, it will catch Taker. However, Molotov is at the HP advantage, and like one command grab will just kill Master, or just, you know, a Magnatech wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. And in that situation, it's like MassFam completely locked himself. Like basically lost the moment he input that teleport right there. And there are ways to like link that the teleports together. As 9, what you'll see a lot of times is they're going to be doing like 4 teleport, back teleport, 4 teleport, up teleport, something like that, right? She's trying to stay a little unpredictable, but at the same time, it kind of is predictable, kind of like where she can end up. And a lot of times, what you're going to be doing to try and negate her tricky movement is predicting where she will end up and then putting a button or putting a projectile in the way when she ends up there. And so like that Magnatech right there was like the perfect example of like, this is something super active, super big, and it's going to capture every option you can do from this teleport.
Yo, Molotov looking really strong here. That match was like that round was 19 seconds long. Yeah, Molotov again. This is the first time he's done this too. Like showing that yes, there are some bad Taker matchups, but he can power through it. Like it's like by playing really well. Nice delay there. Like nice non-tech coming from Molotov there. However, getting caught by Nine's teleport and punishing the with command throw. So Mask will go for the full combo into the fairy setup.
Freeze.
So much
really
hit
nice
stun on those fairies.
Off the fairy. Setting up the freeze. Should be able to get a rock here pretty soon, I think. Unless we don't opt into it.
No, he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Back-to-back perfects. Oh man.
Let's see if it'll be another perfect to close this one out. And if it's going to be a perfect, it's going to be Molotov's perfect. But we will see. DP comes through. You don't actually see that DP terribly. Well, you haven't seen it much here just because I think it's notably bad against Tager with the options he has on offense. But it is still particularly strong and very difficult to work around if you're not used to it because it's a lot slower than other DPs, but if you block it, it's safe for 9. So she can't actually get punished off of that.
So I believe right there, Mass was trying to go for the unblockable setup, but because it is Tager he's facing, Tager can just kind of say no to it and just do Sledgehammer, but I believe this is... No Taker HP, I don't think this will kill, yeah.
Yeah,
but that will.
He doesn't do a lot of damage either.
Yeah. Alright, 1-1. Massfam maybe like finding his momentum with 9. You know, that first match was just like, you know, just trying to feel things out, how Molotov plays against his options. And, you know, kind of adapting, and hopefully we'll see Molotov actually adapting to Mass's adaptations.
Yeah, both players looking rather even. Still though, I think it's hard to say like who is actually looking stronger right now. It definitely is looking pretty darn close. And I like that Massfam is also taking advantage of Taker's bigger hurt box when it comes to the normals he opts to use in neutral to cover more options than you would be able to normally against other characters.
There's the fairs again. Good block on Kuznai, however, I'm able to confirm after that, but oh my god. This is like, it's just showing like the biggest weakness of Taker, right? You just saw Molotov's Spark Bolt actually get eaten like 3 times throughout this entire set. Like, it's actually unfortunate. Alright, he's going for the timer. I don't think he needs it though. It's just gonna go.
Yeah, Matt sets up the clock, but it's I think more so trying to like force Molotov to make a risky action rather than actually trying to get the reward out of the clock itself.
I don't think that clock is unblockable, right? It just does a good bit of chip damage, so...
Yeah, it strips the barrier, and especially like if you can find a hit before that clock ends, then it will be doing a good amount of damage.
Oh, Massfam trying to go for that cheeky reset, but Molotov not biting for it.
Nope, not at all, and this is where things get rough for 9. We don't have a stock available, so we don't have access to DP. We can try to teleport through, which we will be able to do successfully, but it did look a little scary there, as we did have that magnetism on 9 for a little bit.
Oh my god!
Reset with the rock, but Molotov just grabbing him out of the smoke. What do you think you are doing, Massfam?
Clean. That's a really good call of that Molotov did. Doing a command grab that kind of impulse through 9's rock, and then knowing that 9 was magnetized, just pulling 9 back in, it's like a really great option select. Oh, but here we go. This is where Nine's game starts up.
Rock from above.
What in the world?
JA has been so good. Oh, sorry, not JA. 5A has been so good for MassFam.
The range on 5A is insane. I believe 9 doesn't have her perk box on her magic buttons either, so it's like she can willy-nilly just press the button and just like not have to worry too much about it. Oh, what's the end here?
That looks very dicey.
Big.
No, we're gonna go for a gadget finger mix up.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Yep.
With JB.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Molotov could have killed if he just RC'd into overdrive and then done like a simple combo. Maybe it wouldn't have killed. I might be wrong. But so Molotov is up, and this could be potentially the last match. Or if MassFam does pull out the 9 shenanigans, MassFam could have another chance to pull it through. Wow, it's kind of sad. I kind of hope for the Tager mirror, but it is what it is.
Okay, there's gadget finger. Oh, running. Oh, rolling right through. I think that was 2B, right? Or 2.
I think that's 2C.
2C, right?
I think that's probably 2C. Or no, it's 3C.
No.
That actually knocks down. Yeah.
3C. Okay.
Yeah. You got 9 buttons, man.
No, I'm just trying to remember if wind is B or if wind is C.
Wind is B. Or wind is B.
Okay.
And then fire is C, and then A is water.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the easiest way to be able to call buttons. You're like, oh, I don't even like you don't need to actually like study 9's buttons in order to know what buttons she's pressing.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, yeah. What you saw there for a second, mass whiffing 4C or 4A was him trying to catch the Sparkle and try to eat it, but Molotov slightly delayed the Sparkle activation, which allowed him to kind of like pull through. And this seems like a Tager round, because oh my god, look at 9's HP.
Holy moly! All right, hold on. Okay, just going to teleport away, removing himself from the situation.
No.
But that's the worst thing you could have done, Molotov.
Yes, I believe this was
him the question: where do you think you are going, MassFam? No health on the board.
Oh, unfortunate. He caught the startup of the orb. Very good showing from Molotov. A clean, perfect, honestly. But you know, you can't really blame MassFam on this one. His 9 is still in the works, so he was at a slight disadvantage. However, Molotov still played this matchup extremely well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to like think like yeah, that was it was a good matchup choice for MassFam, but you know, even in the games that Molotov lost, I always feel like Molotov's doing something, if that makes sense, right? Like when MassFam is losing, I feel like he's not really doing a whole lot. I think Molotov just shows the consistency he has with just sticking to his gun, sticking to that one character, and really just knowing, like being in the opponent's head as well. When it comes to making these really good reads. I think particularly the things I'm most impressed about too is like being able to call out these teleports from 9 so effectively. Whether it's with the air command grabs or just like pulling him right back in after the gadget finger, or wedge catapult as well, just kind of pulling him back in as well. Good stuff to Molotov as always, and with that winner side grand final secured, it's going to be very hard trying to shake that crown he has on his head right now.
Right. All right, so now we have Mako versus Tomato. Honestly, I don't know how Kagura will face against Kokonoe here, because Kagura, it's not good. I bet, because Kokonoe likes to do overhead resets, and Kagura wants to kind of like be in a crouching position to buffer Fafnir or like DP.
Kagura hates the
Oh, there it is.
It's actually why 9 is one of the least favorite matches Kagura plays.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be quite the tall mountain that Tomato has to climb here. You can even see his barrier gauge is so incredibly low. Oh, good DP. Alright, feeling it out, you know, tossing some fireballs out. However, that's not something you really want to do against Coconut, is because Coconut just has teleports. Potentially mistime 60 right there, but Coconut just gonna continue his offense. Probably catch Tomato pressing. There's a cross up. Doesn't work against Kagura, however, because he can't just hold down and he doesn't really have to care about cross up for DPs. Wow, that's kind of disgusting. Mako pushed Kagura away so he couldn't DP, and then that's just a side swap that Tomato just had to take. That's insane.
Okay, there's the anti-air to start just Tomato off. Okay. Still staying safe. Still staying safe after that OD activation. Going to wait this one out. Oh, and we tried to pop Makat afterwards, but I saw use of the Graviton push right there from Makat. Was able to extract him from that situation. Though still back in the corner. Wyvern in, actually able to beat out the pool from the Graviton. Lord Makat maybe not expecting that Super Ball coming through. Gotta respect it.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, nice counter assault, man. You got it. You just gotta respect it. Like, you can't even press counter assault there. Oh, he tried to beat Fafnir there. Yeah, you have to burst there, so you will die here. Alright. Yeah, Tomato playing a little more defensively here. Really in a very bad position. Alright. Yeah, that was a good. Maybe Mako activated his EA a little too early. You know, he was predicting that Tomato would do something, but just did it just a tad bit early. That did cost him the round. Yeah.
Button. Oh my god, you'd hardly see that button. That move from Kagura.
The JD into a movie. Yeah, you really.
Dude, I forgot that even exists.
Oh my god. Oh, unfortunate. Mako catching the starter frames of Kagura's projectile. Trying to go for a cheeky low reset. However, you know, Kagura being Kagura doesn't really bite. So, Mako knowing this will probably go for more overhead resets from here. That's a disgusting cross up. Oh no. Yeah, Tomato's gonna burst here. Mako potentially gonna bait the burst. Yeah, trying to go burst bait, but goes for the grab after the reset. Great showing.
And Tomato
I believe.
Oh yeah.
I believe this is loser semi, so we are actually still at best first two. Yeah. And then after this, I believe we're gonna do losers first, then into grand finals.
Well, yeah, that's the only options we have.
Yeah. I looked at that wrong. That's my bad.
We're the hot seat right now. If Laura Macaw can win all these, we're going to be in the queue for quite a while.
Oh, there's a cheeky reset.
See what Just Tomato has to offer. Spends that first early on. Bad whiff on that Oki situation. That's not going to put him in the best situation.
Tomato just wasn't ready for that confirm and dropped his input. Oh, good burst bait action. Oh my god. Alright, this gives Tomato a lot more momentum, but drops a combo. He probably wanted for something else there. Now Mako playing the neutral here. Not really something you want Coconut to do, especially when you're Kagura. Goes for the cross up, gets the counter hit. I don't think Coconut can. You know what? Maybe he couldn't kill. Yeah, that went for a reset. Yeah. That's Coconut right there for you. Even after a drop, you're still guessing because of that one fireball that just won't go away no matter how long you wait.
Behold! Hitbox!
Oh no. Fatal 2C starter, that's gonna hurt. Oh, but just dropped the combo. Kokono's 5C is also Warcry. Oh my god, that move recovers way too quickly and it has so much range.
Right. Oh, unfortunately, we did with that ender right there. Just made us still go. Doing solid job blocking.
Oh no.
Makat back up against the wall here, but can't find a way to open up Makat outside of depleting that barrier gauge.
This is the first time I've seen both players use so much of their barrier gauge. Like, we didn't see this much in like the previous sets, but like this just goes to show like how like each player uses their barrier usage. And here comes the mix-up. You didn't block correctly. That's your fault, and you can't burst it because the fireball was on you. Isn't that just fun?
You can't curse, you can't hack, you can't counter assault. I apologize for wanting to partake in the video game system mechanics.
But that was a good attempt from Tomato. He did try to play it, but it's like it is Kokonoi. That matchup was really bad. The odds were stacked against his favor, and we'll have Kokonoi moving on to not Kokonoi, sorry, Mako moving on to losers finals against Mass Fam. Tournament TO, please update challenge. Thank you.
That is.
Oh, you record the stream. My fault.
No. I don't need any more now.
Oh, okay. Are you like DCing a couple of times?
Yeah. As far as the end right there, it's all good.
Yeah.
Lord McCott moving up. I think this is just been cleaning house with loser side of the bracket. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. I mean, this is what you'd expect from him. So him being here in losers finals is certainly no surprise. Now playing against Mass Fam. These players have not met in the bracket just yet. Oh. Yeah, and he probably will play Taker too, right? I don't think 9 is like 9 isn't good enough to really constitute the matchup or constitute the character swap.
No offense, Mast. Yeah.
I mean, like, not even just saying like him being as good with 9, but like 9 as a character in the matchup.
Oh, really? I thought 9 would be a little stronger against Kokonoi.
It is, but I don't think it's good enough to where Mask feels like it constitutes a character swap, right? Does that make sense? Like, for example, like the 9 character swap to Taker, like in the Taker matchup, like that matchup is much better for 9 to a point where like you'd rather play that character instead,
right?
Or like Taker versus Carl, right? You'd much rather play 9 in that situation as well.
Yeah. All right.
But maybe he is playing the 9.
Maybe, 9, you're right.
Yeah, maybe I will eat my words.
Okay,
and
never mind.
9,
yeah,
but
my fault.
Yeah, no, I do fully expect the Taker because, like, here's the thing: he's also just played against worse in general.
Yeah.
Like, he's played against worse matchups, and I don't really feel like, I don't know worse matchups, but like, on the same par, where like I don't really think that he wants to swap. But anyways, here's the Taker all the way back. We've been calling him a Taker main this whole time. He decided to turn back on his roots for just a little bit. But on Luda's side, needs to return to them to win this tournament fair and square, and need to get a little bit of that money.
What a strong start.
First
just to let everyone know, this is a first to 3, so each player does have more of a chance to send the other home.
Speaking of sending the other person home, Mass is looking to do just that here with the command grab, scooping up McCott, but looks like that was just a fluke as Mass has been unable to find yet another opening, and Lord McCott is the one that is setting the pace of this set. Here we go, Super Ball. What are you going to do? You're going to do nothing is what you're going to do.
You know what's crazy? That Fireball was so meaty that Mass couldn't even do a 360 there. Usually in that type of setups, Takers would love to go for a 360 since their A version of the command grab is really fast, but in that instance, he could not do anything. He just has to take it. That Fireball would be so incredibly ridiculous.
Yeah, the worst part too, like another really bad part about it too, is that like it's screen pollution, right? Like I can't see anything. I can't see my characters. All right, Graviton.
Very interesting. Going back to neutral for Mako.
Yeah, and Coconut can absolutely afford that. Super Ball here, and yeah, we didn't go for anything fancy. We just went for multiple lows right there, and did end up working out in McCott's favor. Running right in, teleport away, trying to charge something up, and use the armor to his advantage, and just dragging McCott his face against the pavement there, pulling him into his arms, but unfortunately not enough damage to close things out, and Mass having to spend that burst to try and make this game a win and put himself into a good position for this set. But McCott is the one that is going to be moving up a point.
Very unfortunate situation from Mass Fam there. You cannot blame the man for trying to go for a 360. If McCott did try to press a button before he jump canceled his JB, he would have gotten hit there, but unfortunately McCott did jump cancel faster and caught Mass Fam off guard, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That would have been an
Average
insane
Taker
OD
moment.
if that actually ended up working. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Though if you're Massam, you're hoping that nothing that Makata is doing is going to end up working. But here we are. There's the shock trap set up. Makata eating that burst from Mass, and also eating that spark bolt too. I've been talking about before, like the spark bolts have gotten a little predictable. We're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to block it out at full speed. But this time Makata actually getting caught by it. Unfortunately, Mass Fam not able to get a whole lot afterwards in that pressure sequence that followed, and Makata is going to be absolutely beating down on Mass Fam here. One more opening is all we need, and I like that 5A match for Mass Fam to try and challenge Makata super.
That's gonna be around. Yeah, even if Taker's at low HP, you can't count him out yet. Taker is known for the king of robberies. You get that command grab, you're eating 4.6k. Oh, what a strong start from Massfam, getting that early magnetism, going for the easy combo setup. Mako not really capitalizing off of that command grab whip, and now paying dearly for trying to press against Taker's armor here. And Massfam going for the full combo. This could do 5.5, I believe. 5.2, nice. Yeah, this is what we call a Taker round.
What do you think you're doing? Trying to jump up instead of a graviton? No, sirree.
We are now up 1-1. Massfam looking more strong on that second round. I don't know, it felt like, it was like Mako making the incorrect decisions on certain areas, or Massfam just making the correct decision on the answers, or on the things that Mako is pulling out.
I'm honestly like part of me is wanting a double Taker Jeopardy right now here on Makata. Part of me is sadly hoping for that, but we'll see how things end up shaking up. Makata looking very consistent in this set, much more so I think in that Molotov set. Things looked a little dicey there, but I like that Lord Makata is using a little bit more of that toolbox that we have available to try and keep Massfam at bay, especially against these armor moves and these people moves that Taker would like to represent.
Right. Oh, what a really interesting trade that happened there. Now Makata is magnetized. This is side swap, I believe, so Taker will have to corner. Mass spending the meter to capitalize a little further off of it. What's the setup here? Alright, blocks the super, what do you have?
Oh, I
Amazing
like that
answer.
as an option.
Like that, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, interesting burst. Like I said, these bursts, the areas where they burst is a little risky, because, like, again, Taker 6C is jump cancelable. And if Massfam was ready for it, predicted it, Massfam could easily have just baited the burst. Alright, early start from Massfam. Oh no, got caught with the low.
Oh, here we go. Magic Finger once again. Oh, and there it is. Makata trying to teleport in, but Massfam ready. This time actually timing this. We actually saw like...
Oh my god. What a reset. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, it's like Massfam looking really strong. Like, Mako is just not ready for whatever like reset Massfam was gonna do, and like that right there just showed it.
My god.
Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be Molotov versus freaking Massfam again in the grand finals. Alright, this is potentially last match for Massfam, you know. If he wins this, he'll be able to face Molotov again in grand finals. But
oh, okay, we're blocking the wrenches. Not gonna block that JC though.
Nope. Yeah, so J2C is like, it's such an insane button for, I don't know, like she has so many insane buttons, man. Empty jump low, yep. This seems like a Kokonoi round right here. Doesn't have
7 letters, yeah. What is it? It's a perfect round? Perfect. Makata? Maybe? Is it perfect?
Oh, RCing, but doesn't get the fireball out of time, which is honestly.
We'll be ready. We're going to break this perfect mass. Spark Bolt, bearing it. Oh, no, perfect.
Okay, Massman, listen, like you're at low HP. There's no way he's gonna burst there.
Listen. We're going to come back. We're gonna make a comeback here. We're not gonna burst.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna burst. I know we're not gonna burst.
Wait,
And
he
I know
might
that
have
we
to
can't
force out the
wait,
burst.
wait, one more.
Oh my god, wait, no way that kills? Holy shit. um, oh, yeah, I don't know what to say.
I was like, one more guess and he's got it.
Mako was at perfect, he was at like max HP, like, he had everything, but Mass is like, nah, fam, let me just rob you with this victory again and again.
Let's go.
Oh, I like that. He tried to delay his 6A a little longer to break the burst, but Mako was not fighting with that burst. There's
Okay, no. Not everyone can block the wrench, not even Mass fam.
Nope.
Okay.
Good overhead. Oh,
I like the press on the overhead attempt.
Mako's gonna burst this, yeah. That's just gonna be such a bad situation for Mako.
Mass is still around up too, so hold on.
Wait, where did that fireball go?
Where did it go? Where did the super?
I think it went off screen, like in the corner.
This is one of the things I hate about Super Bowl 2. Like, you can't predict it sometimes. Like, sometimes it just completely disappears, and then both of you are just staring at each other like, what is going on? Okay. Combat here. One more guess. One more guess. What's it gonna be? Timer scam is what. Wait,
I don't think
we
he has
actually
enough
get a.
magnetism here.
No, I'm trying to guess. Like, are we gonna get OD back in time? No.
No, it would be
because
too
we
late.
also have to get 50 meter, right?
Yeah.
I think at the very least we can end off this sequence with a small combo.
Right, but I believe like the issue is.
No. There's no way that Lauren.
Oh my god, there's no way, yeah. Oh my god, Mass Fam again.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Again, that's crazy. Again, stealing off these woods with the timer scam. Taking it 3-1 over Mako. Again, like, these Taker players showing they can play through bad matchups. Absolutely insane.
Dude, what a bracket, man.
What a bracket. I can't believe we had 2 Taker players on Grand Finals.
Dude, what the hell, man?
Oh my god. Alright, so...
Good stuff.
They're going. Yeah. So before we go into Grand Finals, we are going to have one last ad break here. However, I will be hopping off. I do have work tomorrow, so I have to hop off just a little early. So, Salty, it has been a pleasure to commentate with you.
No problem.
I wish I could stay a little longer to see the craziness that might happen in Grand Finals, but, it is what it is. So, yeah. Thank you, thank you, Max, for having me, and I hope you guys have a good, have a fun time watching that Grand Final.
Oh, I will. Thank you for stopping by and commenting in the comments. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'll see you all around. Thank you.
Take it easy. All right. I guess before I run the ad break, I guess the communists don't want to plug anything, but do you want to plug anything?
I don't really have a lot to plug. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @thesaltshaker_. But honestly, y'all probably knew that already.
All right, let me run this ad break and we'll get right into the grand finals. So I'll go ahead and mute myself.
All right, are we back? Testing, testing. Is this thing on? All right. I think we are back. Ad break has just finished. We're ready to get into the grand finals set of the Gamers Club Championships, y'all. Hopefully y'all been enjoying the show here, enjoying some good BlazBlue Central Fiction, and we're getting the grand finals between MassFam and Molotov here, both rocking the Tiger. Last time in winners finals, MassFam did swap to that 9 earlier to play that better matchup, but now MassFam is starting that to the side and giving us what the people wanted in the first place. Here we go. Let's get things on and a roll. We're even getting the intro as well, both of them bowing to each other for just a moment before we start throwing hands. And right now, okay, charging up Spark Bolt, but we also don't want to let the other Tiger do that. So you have to kind of like do a pretty good job at like weaving aggressiveness and also defensiveness as well. But here we go. MassFam going to be the first one to pop that Spark Bolt. Unfortunately, going to miss for him. Same can be said for Molotov, as MassFam perfectly times a backdash to avoid it entirely. MassFam will be eating this combo, meaning that he will be eating some magnetism here for just a little bit, as Molotov is going to be able to reset pressure afterwards, I believe, maybe with the gadget finger reset. Pop him up. All right, into the corner we go. There's the gadget finger restand. MassFam not going to playing that one a little bit patient right there, trying to wait to see what Molotov was going to do, but unfortunately for Mass, that Spark Bolt did not end up being the correct option. Though it is a very potent option, so I don't blame MassFam for trying to go for it there. Wedge Catapult coming through, and MassFam just can't press any buttons here on the ground. Backdash comes through as well. MassFam finally getting magnetism of his own. And Molotov also has magnetism as well, so no player can really escape for too long. Anti-air, okay. Backdash, perfect. MassFam going to be able to get that whiff punish. Restand, 5A, there's the throw, come through. This time it ends up working out, but still we need to win one more interaction. And this might be it. Actually, we don't even, okay, we do. Just instead going for the reset into the air command grab, scooping Molotov back up as we go for the air tech. MassFam no burst, no OD on the table. Molotov, however, fully stocked up, and there's the backdash as he's pulled right back in for the command grab. An insane sequence from a Molotov that end up working out, and unfortunately MassFam is the one that looks like he's on the back foot. Normally, you do think of MassFam as kind of the token Tiger player nowadays, but Molotov certainly giving MassFam a run for his money. Scooped up, here we go. Oh no, we're not able to get the hard knockdown. So Molotov going to spend that burst, hoping to secure this round here. MassFam with that Spark Ball on the table, but that Spark Ball hasn't really been too useful for Molotov in this set so far. I mean, honestly, either of these players hasn't been terribly useful. Because they've just been so cognition of winning it so much. But I guess there also goes to say, like, hey, you know, Spark Bolt being that threat that's needed to try and kind of push the other player over the edge. Oh no, we're going to end up messing up that timer scam. That would have been a win for MassFam as well had he been able to pull it off. But Molotov really mashing in that button, trying to get out, and I guess wasn't ready for when that timer scam actually ended up dropping, and MassFam was able to stay alive because of that. Unsuccessful timer scam, but hey, you know, it's the thought that counts. And MassFam is now one game up over a Molotov, as we kind of stole that previous round, that last round away pretty handily. 5A round start, checking Molotov immediately. First spent, charge up Spark Bolt. Really weird trade. Gooped up, here we go, that's one. Gadget finger, are we gonna get another? No, instead we're not. Spark Bolt though. Oh, and there we go. We tried to go for that cheeky reset. I like how Molotov is like so ready for when Massam tries to go for these resets. That he's able to like sniff out when he should be able to press buttons and then get combos on those punishes as well. Okay, trying to play out of that range. There's the throw counter, scooping them up. That's a good start for Mass here in this next round. But you also have to be careful about being on the ground even after that gadget finger restand, which should be like in Mass's favor. The other Taker player can so effectively like, hey, you know, I just go to wedge catapult, and then you're going to have to react to that. Or if you're pressing a button, you're locking into a hard read option, like say that air command grab, you know, you're going to get scooped up. And that's exactly what's happening to Massfam right now. But that Spark Bolt is going to be doing wonders. Unfortunately, though, for Massfam, we once again try to reset with that air command grab. After that Spark Bolt, and once again, Molotov is always so ready for when that ends up happening that I think Massfam really just needs to finish his food, you know, keep these combos clean. Don't try to go for these resets because Molotov knows exactly what to look for and what to do once he's found those openings that you are creating that you don't really have to create, by the way. You can absolutely just keep it safe. You know, you're not going to get as much damage, but at least you're going to be able to get a hard knockdown, maybe get that magnetism applied as well. The race to the Spark Bolt is now. Massfam is the first one to spend it, and unfortunately will not connect here with Molotov. Maybe a Spark Bolt from Molotov. There we go. And this time Massfam going to be pressing that button from full screen, so it's going to get scooped up, and now going to be eating this full combo here from Molotov. Unfortunately, Molotov did drop it midway through, and now Massfam has the corner positioning, but the wedge catapult from the other side is like going to be catching Mass before he's able to really react and get out of the way. Okay, hard knockdown, backdash. Dude, play the Taker mirror has to be so terrible, man. It has to be so bad. This might be one of the worst grappler mirrors I think exists in a modern fighting game, at least. I mean, this has got to be so annoying as any like a Taker player on any other side. Okay, fully charging up that Spark Bolt here. Massfam once again going to be going to be winning that race. Molotov winning through that armor sequence, but Massfam is the one to win in that command grab sequence, scooping of him and scooping him up one more time. That is so insane, man. Spark Bolt for both these players are still online. Spark Bolt from really up close there from Molotov. Connect with Massfam, but Massfam perfectly timing that burst and should be able to close out this round here, and now we'll be up 2-1 over Molotov and threatening that reset here. And these and this set has been so quick too. It's like just constant damage output from both of these characters. We are we're not punching over the fence here. We're not Mortal Kombat characters. We are absolutely just putting our entire body into these punches to try and close off these rounds as quickly as possible. Gadget finger. Okay, this time Massfam is going to be scooping him up with that wedge catapult here. Oh, interesting. That did not actually connect. Definitely had to do with the button that Molotov chose to do there in the air. Okay, another throw comes through. Gadget finger, here we go. Magnetism now, and that is going to be easily avoided. Burst has been used for Molotov, but so has Burst been used for Massfam. Massfam, though, still has access to that backdash, but also has access to that 50 meter if you try to go for a counter. So in Massfam, the one who pressed that armor afterwards. So Molotov is going to be losing that interaction, and we're going to be spending all those resources at Massfam, but still not enough to kill. So we're going for double reset into the again. You attack it and you get thrown again. Oh my god. What am I watching? Dude, I got work early in the morning, and this is what I'm subjecting myself to. Perfect. Sorry, not perfect. Mass Fam has such a huge health lead right now, and is going to be flexing that health lead right here. Here we go. Counter hit. Molotov trying to press a button, but Mass Fam, I guess, was more plus in that situation. Molotov usually mashing his buttons when he's in those timer loops. Throw, and that's going to be it. That will absolutely be a perfect. And with that blue health bar, Mass Fam catapults his way to Grand Finals reset, bringing us back to a 0-0 score and starting things all over again. Mass Fam making that happen pretty quickly as well. Still though, Molotov especially was like looking really good in the first few games, but definitely in those final games where that first to three really matters, Mass Fam just pulling his weight all the way through and showing he knows how to play this character, he knows how to play this matchup. He just elects not to when given the opportunity to do so. And yeah, it looks like the Tager is working out for Mass Fam, so there's no reason to change now. And we're going to be back to that 0-0. Like I said, restarting things from the top.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
From the top, baby. What's it going to be? Back to... Oh my... There is just so much going on. So many important interactions. And also interactions that I'm like seeing for the first time. That it becomes very hard to try and commentate this actually. Like being able to call it, okay, this is what's going on here, this is what's going on here. It's very difficult. But I guess that's just the nature of the Tager matchup. And as I'm just yapping my head off, Mass Fam has taken a huge beating to his health bar, and Molotov has hardly taken any damage, trying to stay strong here with that winner's position he was able to secure before here in Grand Finals. And now going to be the first one to take the round in after the reset. The round is only as important as if you're able to take a game. And Molotov so far has only been able to take one, while Mass Fam with a 3 on the board. We'll see if he can get another here. Molotov going to be forcing that burst out of Mass Fam, and Mass Fam backdashing, retreating into the Spark Bolt, gets hit by Molotov Spark Bolt. Now both players without Spark Bolt on the table. Is going to be a lot more significant here for Mass Fam, as now he has to play defense. But what a weird interaction with the magnetism. Makes it so that Mass Fam actually goes right under that falling air normal from Molotov. And now Mass Fam has 100 meter to work with and could absolutely make something happen. Has to block the Magnetech there, RC, to keep it safe and continue that pressure sequence. Mass Fam very low health, Molotov with a lot to work with, but I don't think it's enough to beat this Super. Actually, no, it is. Super again. Roll forward. It got the roll forward.
Rebel 3. Action.
Oh no. Instantaneous for Mouse. He wanted none of that. Elbow drop. Alright, oh my god, so much damage. Uses the Spark Bolt as the ender, resetting that magnetism. Unfortunately, not able to get that final throw against Mass Fam there. And Mass Fam trying to go for an air throw of his own, unfortunately, is not going to work out in his favor. I don't think really many of these have actually worked out in his favor. I think only one has been successful this entire tournament, and it was, I believe, in like what, the third game before the reset. Okay, Spark Bolt going to get blocked. Ooh, what a huge call from Mass Fam is going to scoop Molotov right up, and we don't have burst available. We do have 50 meter to try and go for a counter assault, but I think Mass Fam is trying to close this win off right here. We'll see the reset again. And I was talking about so much before, but We're going down. We're going to be going to game number 2 post reset here. Oh, what? Yeah, that was unfortunate. I know. That was like a very unfortunate drop there. It's okay though. It's okay though. Massam almost out of the bag, but now Molotov is finally gaining the lead back here. Very similar to that. Very similar to the pre-reset point. Pre-reset set. Molotov did take game number 1. Molotov winning in this Spark Bolt war, finding the throw on Massam to reset into the Gadget Finger. 2B. Double drop, an immediate burst from Mass. Now, I'm a bit unsure about this burst, mainly because we have so little health to work with, and I think this combo might be enough here. 50-meter dump. No, it isn't. Mass Fam alive with a pixel, but a pixel can only do you so much. And in that instance, no, the Mass could do maybe backdash one more time, but that 5A was really locking him down there. Any options that he would have tried to go for. Okay, throw counter. Pick him up. Here we go. What's it going to be now? Tries to go for it again. Molotov just out of range, and Molotov spinning that burst now. That's exactly what Mass likes to see. Molotov, as he tries to go for that air approach, Mass instantly responding with the correct reaction. And this is going to be 5k damage with hardly any meter spend. Spark Bolt still available. Molotov doesn't have a lot to work with here, and we can just go ahead and armor right on through in RC. Just get a very simple neutral skip. You know, even if that didn't hit, that would have absolutely just been advantage state for Master. In the Taylor matchup, advantage state is exactly what you want and exactly what you'll never have all the time. Backdash out. Spark Bolt. Like that, we're also switching up these Spark Bolt timings, making it a little more unpredictable when it's actually going to when it's actually going to connect with the other player, and if they're ready to block it or not. Spark Bolt spend from Molotov into the OD, and I like that as that specific routing as well. Just make it burst safe, and there it is. Yeah, seeing the wedge catapult startup animation, we just go for the full damage combo, super meter dump EA, and that was 7.3k damage, by the way. That deleted Molotov from the game. Okay. Even game, y'all. 1-1. 5-day trade. Okay, picked up. Low counter hits. Throw him into the corner. Step on him a few times. Reset the combo somehow. And die? Yeah, I was trying to like get a bit of a flowchart together. Like, okay, we're gonna round start 5A. All right, then we're going to go with an armor move. Okay, then we're gonna go for a command grab, and then we're gonna somehow reset the combo without Molotov being aware. Like I said before, Molotov always seems so aware when these resets come that was just like a drop into another combo. It feels like the American reset, one would say. Great confirm from Mass Fam, and I like that we also took more time to, once again, recharge that Spark Bolt. I'm going to say it again, I'm going to say it another time. It's so important to have that Spark Bolt available as that full screen confirm option and damage. Well, I guess like a combo extender as well. Dang, that was really cheeky. Yeah, that catches the backdash. And we do have the 50 minutes to spend afterwards to make sure it kills.
Rebel 3, action.
One more round. Let's see who takes game number 2. OD activation very early on. Molotov electing to wait it out. I thought we were desynced for a moment. I was scared. It's definitely not a desync now, though. Mass just really wanted to grab Molotov, and he absolutely did find it. Okay, is this a desync? This is a desync. Is this it? Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna have to wait and then figure out what the result was after this one. That was very weird. Oh, dude, what is with BlazBlue tournaments and then dude, I hate the BlazBlue lobbies, man. They will kick you out, and then when they rematch, then you have to just sit here and wait for them to finish. So this could potentially be the final game that's playing, and then we don't even get to see it. After all we've been through. After all we've been through. Commentating for 3 hours. And then the desync happened for the final game. You couldn't have done this for the very first set. Like, no hate to you, Tomato. No hate to you, Sprite. But, dear God. Okay, really good stuff coming in from Tager here. Or sorry, Massfam, my bad. Scooped him up with the command grab. Great backdash, though, off of that Gadget Finger situation from Molotov, however, using that invincibility to weave right through and get a command grab of his own, finding the reset as well with the air command grab scoop, adding some extra damage onto the table. We have Meter. We're going to go for the timer scam. Massfam is the one getting timer scam by Molotov. I did not know he had this in his back pocket. But Massfam right now, absolutely stewing, knows that Molotov had already spent OD earlier on in the round, knows that he's not able to fully finish this timer scam. It just comes down to when this timer scam ends up wrapping up and when he'll have an opportunity to mash his way out, and that he will as he uses the Astro right after he dropped the timer scam attempt. A very unfortunate play from Molotov that would have been near wraps, but Molotov was not able to get those 360 inputs timings on a lot, and Massam taking advantage of that. So now Massam going up another game here, as now we're sitting at a 2-2 Molotov and Massam on game number 5. Let's see what we got here for game number 5. Round start, 5-8 trade. Okay, we're going to be going back to the well. And speaking of the well, Wedge Catapult is certainly the well that Molotov has been leaning on and will be continuing to pull from here as he finds yet another one to catch Massfam off guard. Massfam in red critical health, and the round just started, is now going for a very ballsy backdash that will pay off. A command grab coming through. We have 100 meter on the table. We actually have Sparkball on the table as well. Sparkball does connect, and here's the combo that we are looking for. Okay, good stuff. We got the damage, we got the magnetism, we got the Gadget Finger restand, and we get the scoop with the super. Good stuff from Massfam as he takes it. Does he take it? Actually, hold on. Wait, Massfam, who won? No, it wasn't recorded. We desynced. Massfam won? 3-2? Was the score 3-2? 3-1? Okay. 3-1, y'all. Good stuff. Congrats to Massfam. Congratulations to Molotov as well for taking second place. And both of these players are going to be getting a nice cut of the pot that we have here for the Gamers Club Championships. Thank you all for tuning in for the 4th BlazBlue Central Fiction Tournament that has been hosted here on this channel. And shout outs to all the players that not only made top 8, but also showed up for this bracket as well. It has been one banger of a bracket, and it was really fun watching towards the end where we were able to get 3 Tigers into top 8, and also somehow sneak 2 of the 3 Kagras into top 8 as well. Good stuff to everyone, and hopefully we see you at that next tournament. Any final words?
I was fortunate that I got D-State for the last match of the grand finals. Oh, I'm so salty.
Oh yeah, I got D-Sync too. I wasn't watching that, by the way.
Oh, that sucked. Well,
I was just making stuff up.
It's unfortunate. Ay. Yeah, if you want to give me the replay there, Mass, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, good stuff. I do. That was really good stuff. And thanks to a communist for taking their time to commentate. Unfortunate that they had to dip, but it is what it is. And thank you, Salte Boy, for commentating. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to head off, and we're going to find someone to raid. Before we go, though, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're on Kick, Twitch, or TikTok, give the channel a follow. Alrighty. Let's find someone. I'm so salty that happened, man.
I am too.
I might be able to splice it in with a when I upload the VOD. I'm just probably going to re-upload the VOD or something. But I'll take what I can get. This guy, we'll raid this guy who's doing BlazBlue Central Fiction. All right, I'm gonna hop off. I will catch you guys later. Until next time, later, gamers.
Have a good one, y'all.